Hey,
Why
what's up,
can't I on
everyone?
Twitch?
Still on
What?
that.
Gonna get this shit
What's
started.
going on there?
It doesn't like you.
Bro, it
Do
is
you,
just not loading. It is
do
just
you
like
not know how?
Loaded perfect fine.
Twitch actually knows your politics now and has disabled service for you.
there we go. I'm good. I'm in.
You're telling me I'm not live when I'm live? What's up, Doc? What's up, Boris?
My chair locked?
All right, where was I? Where am I? What am I doing? Oh, I'm logging to
Yeah,
Silver
you're gonna.
Woods. That's what I'm doing.
Oh shit! I need to add my gold. I never added
Oh
my
shit.
gold. My bullshit.
Wheeled axe, get suit from pouch to wear suit. Lumber. Okay, ignore that for an hour.
I wish you wouldn't talk in those riddles.
You love my riddles, bitch.
You ready
And then all of a
Ignoring,
sudden we
Are
ignoring
see
you
lumber for
ready
an
uh
hour?
we see
for?
success
Rapier
guy
stab.
This
Dagger
success
stab.
motherfucker
guy
zooms in
over
on the
that
image to screenshot. It does kind of look like some balls. I mean, you're not
There's a
wrong.
reason why I'm not scrolling down on the picture that
Oh
I
shit.
that was made.
Where's the link at? Yeah, where's the link at?
Yeah,
For
Link is
Albert, I
on
put it
high.
in the tavern.
Link is in
Thank you,
highlight.
good sir. The gray smirk.
Yep.
I'm operating on an iPad today. We will see how this goes.
For Hope there on Albert, everyone is staring at a absolutely disturbing image of a bloodied, angry looking Nimnill who is chewing his lower lip. His shirt seems to be half open, exposing his chest and a man titty nipple, and he is in a sewage tunnel with a bunch of rat folk creeping up on him, and he's sitting in literal turds.
well
I
get the
thought the
ball
last
and
sack.
picture I posted
so,
was the canon
so
photo.
I'm very glad that I cannot see that because I'll be very disgusted. So
I thought
It is
Gauls.
pretty
I thought
disgusting.
Gauls
turd.
rolled him.
moving on
It's
moving
pretty
on
disgusting.
The turd are
Don't
nasty.
don't forget the ball sack.
Oh,
It's
it does
big
look
ball.
like his balls are floating up between his legs, right? Like
It's not
why
though.
they are out in the poo stew, I have no idea.
It's
But
actually
Now
two
that
kidney.
you've drawn attention, I have to scroll it up so that way I don't get demonetized.
get in trouble for it on Twitch. Yes. All right. Everybody's here. Everybody's good. Vesta came in but is muted. I assume Vesta's good.
Yep.
There's 7 of you. All right. Let's see. I haven't triple edited my recaps like I like to before I read them. I did this last week too and kind of stumbled, so we'll see. But all right, get some blood flowing. Here we go. The 7 Seekers took a short rest after their rat horde lycanthrope-infused encounter in the horridly disgusting abandoned public lavatory. Several wished to press on into the passage discovered in a back room, perhaps spurred on by Veto's insistence that the allegedly missing goat, which he was now calling Penelope, might be found there. Vesta offered to stay behind and stand guard over the passage. Nimnill took point, proudly leading the group into the passage he had discovered and down into the city's sewers. Maybe overzealous, maybe mildly insane, Nimnill nearly fell over himself trudging down the filth-covered walkway to peer into a western passage. Upon seeing a large blue and white spider, Nimnill yelled out to his group. The spider disappeared before his very eyes, confounding him due to his devil's sight. The party immediately reacted and took up defensive positions. Well, all of them except their fearless leader, who declared that they should not be patrolling the sewers and began to flee. One spider, and then another, phased into view nearly on top of Nimnill. The group was ready and reacted swiftly to strike down the threat. Taking a moment to appraise the situation and harvest what they could from the now defeated spiders, the party began to proceed onward into the muck. The main passage continued south with an opening to the east and a door just beyond on that southern passage. Most of the party moved toward the door, but Nimnill decided to trudge through the mire of the eastern passage alone. To the south at the door, finding an old rusted cage locking off a long forgotten treasure stash, Ellendir found multiple swarms of bats. Somehow what followed was more perilous than the phase spider attack, bats nipping and gnawing at any party member they could while they were swatted from the air. Meanwhile, Nimnill, having spotted something ahead, dove prone into the slime of the sewer walkway and began to belly crawl toward the noise. Nimnill could simply not help but push his luck, trudging farther and further, covering himself in the sewer sludge. Before he knew it, he was spotted, and the Sewer King, a hulking, intelligent rat creature, summoned a swarm of rats toward him. Fortunately, Nimnill was able to put a fire between him and the rats as he backed away, and his party, free of the bats, joined him. It took some doing, and some of the party were apprehensive about joining the fray, but the rats, the rat folk, and the Sewer King fell, though 2 rat folk did manage to escape, the Sewer King ordering them to report to the Dead Rat Gang. Gathering up what loot, stolen supplies hoarded in this place, and information they could, the party was quick to make their way out of this terrible refuse pit. An interlude. Vesta's watch. As Vesta kept watch outside, he was startled by a clattering of noise and frantic chatter coming up the passage. As he moved in to investigate, 2 ratfolk sprang out. Pausing for just a moment, Vesta briefly attempted negotiation. Both quickly attempted to advance past him. Vesta was able to grapple one, only to release his victim and swing at the second running by. A short dance unfolded, an acrobatic act as the paladin danced back and forth between the 2 fleeing ratfolk, attempting to keep them from escape. Despite Vesta's best efforts, one just barely managed to get out. That brings us to the current interlude. Making their way out of the sewer, the party encountered their companion Vesta, standing over the gutted corpse of a ratfolk in the dilapidated public lavatory. Updating Vesta on the events in the sewer and the escaped ratfolk running to inform the dead rats, the party made their way outside into the fresh air, most thoroughly covered in filth. They made their way to the river's edge, and all, even Nimnill, washed up. Upon arrival at the beached Leviathan, the party again encountered Willow outside, engaged in conversation. As she laid eyes across them, she held up a hand for them to wait before she entered the inn and tavern and returned with Andrella and Fang. Andrella quickly saw just why she'd been summoned and forbid the 7 Seekers from entering until they went to get properly, more thoroughly cleaned up. Her and Hope had recently discussed the Blue Lake bathhouse, and Hope agreed to lead her friends there after the recovered goods were handed off to Fang and a briefing given to Andrella. Still early in the morning, the 7 Seekers arrived at the Blue Lake bathhouse before it had opened. Standing around and chatting amongst themselves, it was not long before they were joined by Fang, who was followed at a noticeable distance by Ian Parquin. Fang had been directed by Andrella to clean up as well after handling the muck-covered crates, while Ian had come along to debrief the party, paying them each a bonus, granting them each a raise, and awarding them all 2 days off. After Ian left, the sun continued to rise. A well-dressed half-elf woman approached, surprised to see such a large group gathered outside her business at such an early hour. Conversing with the group, she identified herself as Sariel Rivencret and briefly detailed the services available to the party. And that brings us to now. Any comments or questions before we dive further in?
Can you go over that again? I was in the voice chat.
Roll a constitution check. No, I'm joking. All right. So let's see.
I really was. I missed half that. I apologize. My wife.
It was just the recap. I mean, you can read it later. I need to go through and edit it and clean up some typos and all of that, but
Yeah,
no
just the-
biggie.
in the
so-
Tome of Recap.
These maps are just the closest I could find to the bathhouse that I've kind of written and envisioned. They are winter. It is not winter. This is never winter. Even if there was snow, there's not snow right now. So don't get
I
too
don't want to talk
excited.
about it. Are we
Oh,
looking at a map?
This is
Looking at
potential
Nimnill?
winter?
No, not winter. All right,
Is it 120 feet from me?
bitch.
I'm looking at. Am I looking at a map? I'm looking at Nimnill's ball sack right now.
I don't know why you'd be looking at Nimnill's ball sack. We switched scenes, sir.
Yeah, you might need a refill.
Yeah, Alright. that's what I want to know.
All right, let's see. Let me set some owners on these tokens real quick since you're all here. And I
Oh,
will
okay.
give our party leader Gad control of Hope, though I will also try to look after Hope.
If you
Let's
move
see.
my map one more
Shouldn't-
time, motherfucker.
I
Shouldn't
just
Nimnill
centered
have
everyone
control
on the
of,
scene, and hang on, I'll turn that off. There you go. Are you happy now? Are you happy
Yes.
now?
I
sir?
am. It
Good.
drives me absolutely nuts.
every time you resize it, it messes everything up that I have to.
Yeah, and that's what it is. It's just I'm just trying to resize it to my zoom preference. That's it. And then you like zoom all the way back out, like motherfucker. No, that's not what we said we're gonna do.
Okay, y'all with your rulers. I'm
Um,
trying to set ownership tokens, and you're dragging shit across my mouse.
I'm just
I
I'm just checking
mean,
to see what I got access to here.
120 feet is
Banned from Wooler.
Right, I'll go turn off that ruler for him. You just watch.
yeah, it's
Nimnill
way over here. It's way
Nimnill just
over
doesn't
here.
know what to do with
Who is
every
this? This
every
is a
inch
Veto.
past 6
Okay.
inches now.
So you are all hanging out front when a woman approaches. She identifies herself as Sariel Rivencret, and is the proprietor of this establishment. She detailed some of the services for you. Those were, let's see. There's a large communal bath area that's 5 silver pieces. There are private rooms, which are 2 gold pieces, and there are luxury. There's a luxury spa package, which includes a private bath and room, which is 5 gold pieces. There are also haircuts and grooming available at 5 silver pieces to 1 gold piece, depending on the services provided. And there is an exclusive membership of 150 gold pieces a year. Gad inquired about the exclusive membership. What did she tell
By
you?
gad.
She looked at him
Uh,
like, you are not rich enough, get away.
She
There were
said,
discounts on all of the luxury services. There were private rooms held in reserve and invitations to exclusive social gatherings with many of the city's wealthy elite, I believe, is what she said there. And then, if I'm not mistaken, everybody except Vesta and Ellendir went luxury, and you two just went for the 2 gold?
Yep.
Yes.
I know what my means are.
But everybody else is like, after that shit, I need a luxury spa day.
Isn't Nimnill trying
Well,
to get into the
Ellendir
common rooms?
was quite
Yes.
careful not to step in, not to take a bath in that shit.
He was so careful. He definitely did not get covered in. I mean, nobody got covered in poo like the Nimnill, but
He dove in.
Right.
He snorkeled.
that place was nasty. I mean, it sticks to you. You know, Vesta didn't even go into the sewers, and Vesta got some nasty just because of how nasty that public lavatory was, you know?
I've been in some
And not to
I've been in some
mention that
nasty
Nimnill-
IRL shit.
So,
Nimnill was
opening.
just elbow deep inside of every single crevice that he can get into.
Jesus Christ.
Opening
I mean,
the establishment.
it's called scouting.
Opening the establishment, Sariel takes everyone inside, and it is a very nice place. We are right up against the lake edge, essentially, the Blue Lake District, against the Blue Lake,
120
against the
feet.
waters of the Blue Lake. This is a large new, 120 feet. There's a wall there. Can't see through a goddamn wall, sir.
Fine.
Not
But,
yet,
but
anyway.
"You actually
seriously,
have Devil Sight."
yeah, I do.
Nimnill.
I can see through devils. Hey, quick question: is there
There's
a
a door.
token for
No.
the person we're talking to? Why
Hmm?
isn't there a token for the person we're talking to?
Because I did not make one.
Well, you can't
Nimnill,
just
there's a
pop a
door.
random
Can
one
you
in there.
bonfire? Bonfire the door. Nimnill.
Hold on. Let me see how far is it from
I
us?
need to tell you that.
Oh yeah, I could definitely bonfire that, and I can get Eleanor in it too.
Fine, there you go.
Who's
There she
Eleanor?
is. Look, she's wearing a nice dress. She's standing behind that desk now. She walked over there when she let you in. The place is nice. It is just starting to be lit up. Employees are coming out of back entrances and back rooms, slowly getting the day started. Though you were clearly entering before, services are normally offered. She looks over the group as you're all saying what you want. Considering how much you're all paying, and considering your state, I certainly cannot, not that any of you have asked for it, but I'm not going to let you in the communal baths. I will have someone show you each to your rooms, and we will do our best to accommodate this situation.
Nim
She
Nimnill
motions.
stresses again.
She motions
Are you
to a scruffy-looking halfling who is running by, preparing things for the day. And she says, Rurik, please come over here and show our guests to their rooms. These two, and she points at Veto and, no, I'm not Veto, Ellendir and, was it Vesta? Am I getting mixed up? Who got the cheap rooms?
I believe that's
I got a cheap room.
She points at the two getting the cheap rooms and say, please, these two will take a normal private room and the rest are going for the luxury treatment. And then she turns back to the rest of you and says, Rurik is not our usual concierge, but he will do his best to assist you since you are here at such an early hour. And with that, each of you is taken to a room. Let's see. You go
Party
here.
handcuffs?
Who was the other one that went cheap? Was it Vesta?
Yes.
Okay, I'm just making sure. And I
Nimnill's
can't
also
do
gonna
separate.
go cheap. Who knows this?
I can't. No, Nimnill. Wait, no. Did Vesta go 5 and Nimnill went cheap, or did 3 of you go cheap? I don't remember.
Nimnill
Vesta
didn't
went
give
cheap.
any coin at all.
Oh,
Nimnill
that's
went
right.
for free
Nimnill
back.
was like,
Just
"Are you
paid
sure that?" Well, and Nimnill asked about the communal bath, and she just told
Yeah.
you that you cannot have the communal bath.
Nimnill reaches over the desk, slams his hand on the table, and says, "Are you sure?" Intimidatingly.
Both her
I'm
and
not
Rurik
looking at
look
Ellendir.
extremely puzzled at you, and
Look at
she
that.
replies, "Sir, are we going to have a problem?"
I just walk over to Nimnill and put my hand on his shoulder. I'm like, not right now. Just get a regular room, man.
Not like we just got like 6 gold.
In fact, I'll pay for it, and I pass over to.
Who
gold.
got 60?
50. Everyone got a 50
overestimated.
gold bonus outside.
50?
Yeah, I
plus
got
the other
50. Who got
stuff.
60?
You passed over how much for Nimnill?
I passed over 2 gold.
And Nimnill is led into one of the cheaper
Hey!
private rooms. Sometimes you just got to strong arm that man.
What to
Reluctantly.
say to Dad, he is going to be a problem for us if we don't get him under control.
Hopefully not.
Hmm.
We'll see.
How come
So-
the
I
cheap
don't even
bathtubs
see
are bigger
that
than the
token.
expensive bathtubs?
You can't see the expensive bathtub, sir?
Yeah, but the cheap
Ours
ones
are
You don't know
deeper.
that?
Ours are deeper. Yours are shallow. You only got like 3 inches of water.
You're in a shallow
Yeah.
wooden tub. It's leaching
Oh
cannons
yeah,
into
they're
you.
wood. Theirs are like bronze or some shit.
Again, the map is a informal frame of reference, okay? This whole place is luxury. Thank you.
Mark
Though those of you in
Antonio
the
gets
cheaper
drugged.
private rooms will be sleeping in chairs. That's the bad news. Or the bathtub, I suppose.
My room has 2 bathtubs and not a spa table.
I got to sleep in this thing?
Okay, so imagine that there's a bed there instead of a second bathtub. I apologize, all right? Again, it's I'm doing my best here with what I got, right? And here I'll even open up a little more of our
Yeah, give them that.
If anybody needs 2 bathtubs, it's definitely not Gad.
No, Jad needs it.
I use my new spell to clone myself, and both of my clones take both bathtubs.
We're not level 3 yet.
We are.
Well,
but
no, we are level 3.
Well, you haven't. Okay, in
We
terms of
haven't-
the game continuity,
yeah.
you have not yet had your long rest, and you are about. So as each of you gets settled into your room, over the course of some time after you change out of your clothes, there's a light knock at the door, and that scruffy-looking halfling Rurik steps in. He does ask Hope if she's decent or covered up or in the bath before he
Yes.
enters, but he takes your clothing away to
You
be
say-
cleaned.
Yeah.
What's up?
Go ahead and
You will
finish
most
this
likely
sentence.
say to him, do not worry about cleaning them. Just toss them up, please. And she will pass him over some gold and say, are you able to get me a brand new outfit, please?
Of course I am, madam. Thank you.
She would jump right in. She would pass him over. I can't remember how much gold is the regular.
Like 50.
It's not 50 gold.
My prices are not that bad, sir. They are by the book.
You pass over enough clothes for enough coin for like a set of traveling clothes. Actually, get some traveling clothes.
Absolutely.
Um,
So, Rurik takes all the filthy, awful clothes away, and
utterly destroy them. Yes.
burns hopes in a barrel out back of the spa there. Over the course of an hour or two, various accoutrements are brought to each of your rooms. Some essential oils. There's burning incense. Those in the luxury spa rooms are treated to herbal face masks and a whole array of luxury offerings. Clean clothes are returned to you by the time you all get out of the baths. And as these rooms are paid for, get back in your room, sir. The Nimnill was trying to wander out of his room.
I was watching. I was zoomed in watching that, just like,
That motherfucker's locked. No. All right. When Rurik returns to each of your rooms with the clean clothes, ensuring that you've had a good bath, he mentions that the rooms are covered for the day, and that by the looks of all of you, because you clearly have been through some shit, literally, you should get some rest. And so at this point, we are going to go ahead and apply the party's long rest. So everybody do that and make sure you're leveled so that we don't have to have
I see what
any
you're
technical
doing.
issues before Nimnill tries to intimidate the staff again and start some shit.
But we just not interfere if he does. Like,
Also, Kurt, that's 2 gold pieces for the clothes.
for
thank
traveling
you.
clothing? Okay. Actually, I'll probably get 3 sets for traveling clothing, to be fair. So that I have
Okay.
some stuff too. Yeah, so you get 6 gold from me, Dion.
Okay, Rurik, was that Rurik will bring you everything that you have asked and paid for. He is a quality concierge, albeit quite the scruffy halfling.
Okay.
As each of you awakens after that 6 hours, once all of you have applied your long rest.
Wait.
Yes.
Hold on.
What?
Before the 6 hours takes place, Nimnill checks the window to make sure they're not barred or magically secured, and checks
They're
to
not.
make sure you open and close the door, and it's not a trap.
The door's not locked. The windows aren't locked. Everything seems fine. This is a very nice establishment.
Okay,
Nimnill
then
goes
he
gives
takes
him a-
his clothes out of his backpack and he uses the tub to wash his clothes.
But
You did not let Rurik take your clothes while you were in the bath to go clean them?
No! He washed them himself.
I want to check for traps.
Okay. What did Ellendir say?
I'm just kidding. I said I want to check for traps.
Oh, but you're just joking with me. Okay.
I haven't said anything for a little bit. So.
You're welcome to roll a investigation check in your bathroom there if you would like.
Well, Ellendir is going to just chill out.
We're gonna need some meds for half our party.
And I agree, D-Phase, in the Twitch chat there. Nimnill is a damn dirty savage.
he is a down
I-
savage.
He does not trust anybody with his personal effects, okay? He
This
will
is a
trust
very nice establishment. Nimnill has clearly
Doesn't
never
matter.
been in a place this nice before.
he ain't never been
Obviously,
indoors
they
before.
steal from their patrons.
Yeah, I'm
How
not even
else
sure
do
if
they
he's
get
been
fancy?
indoors before. I agree. So slowly but surely, as each of you awakens, Rurik comes by each of your rooms and says that Miss Rivencrest, since you've all spent so much today, wishes to give you a proper welcome to our establishment. So we're gonna bring you some tea and some food in the lounge. And he guides each of you to a lounge area on the second floor outside of the luxury private rooms. What happened? Did I somehow
Yep, you showed
delete
it
the
and then hit
fog
it
of
again.
war thing that I opened up? Okay, there we go.
Okay.
And he brings everyone out to this lounge area. He goes to fetch Nimnill last. Nimnill's obviously already makes trouble, and he wants to make sure that Nimnill.
Oh,
What?
He
Everything
locks
okay?
him in. Can Nimnill just go in the locked cellar that's up right here?
Well, it's not a cellar. It's upstairs. It is like a storage closet. But
Careful,
Alright.
I can cast Bonfire, and now I can cast Fireball.
so Rurik comes to Nimnill to take him upstairs to the lounge, saying the same thing. You know, Miss Ravencroft, because your party's spending so much with us today and wants to give you a proper introduction to our establishment in hopes of your return, is giving you all some tea and you know, various appetizers upstairs in the lounge. The rest of your party's already there.
What does he notice about the state of Nimnill?
He definitely takes a moment to look over Nimnill in his damp clothes that he was not allowed to clean, and just kind of wrinkles up his nose a little bit.
Nimnill refuses to go upstairs and instead asks for him to draw more hot water in his bathtub after cleaning all the shit from his clothes out of it.
I'm sorry, sir, but with the number that you all have done on these rooms, I'm afraid I have to get you out so I can clean them. You've reached the end of what the rooms were paid for today, but we are offering some additional services upstairs in the lounge.
Can I just pay you another 5 gold or whatever? And just switch rooms?
He gives you an unsteady gaze for a moment, and then holds out his hand to take the 5 gold.
Oh my
Alright.
goodness, Nimnill.
Nimnill gives 5 gold to the dude and then asks him to lead him
Nice.
to a hot
I
bath.
love this.
Oh my goodness.
A few minutes go by, but he comes in and out, and he and some other workers return with buckets of hot water and give your tub a brief once-over cleaning and refill it with hot water. There you go, buddy. Hope you're happy.
Nimnill drops his rat shit covered backpack on the floor and jumps in while they're still in there.
They all kind of run out as the splash and awfulness of the Nimnill
I like how,
takes
Nimnill
over the
doesn't
room.
wait for them to leave.
the Nimnill.
Meanwhile,
Oh my goodness.
upstairs, Rurik, this scruffy halfling, leads a couple workers into the lounge where the rest of the party is assembled.
You must be looking very, very put out.
He certainly looks like he's seen some shit, and again, literally. I mean, I can't stress enough that you guys have come in with literal shit in the mix here. He comes up to that second floor lounge, and there's trays of tea, there's cheeses, there's grapes, there's some bread, and it's all set out in front of you all on the tables there.
Did you touch my dude?
I did. I just positioned people on chairs. Mrs.
Oh, I'm
Ravencroft
right
hopes
here.
that all of you enjoy the tea and her offerings. We do want you to have the best experience possible for your first visit at the Blue Lake Bathhouse.
This is wonderful, Lord. Thank you so much. And tell
Yes,
your
thank you.
Cutscene, Nimnill just sinks deeper into the tub.
I was about to say. Oh, tell your boss that I said that we as Seven Secrets appreciate her generosity.
It'll be my pleasure. Please enjoy the tea. I made sure that a special blend was put together myself.
A nod.
With that,
Yeah,
he
let's say
sets
a little
out to
bit.
leave the party in the lounge with their tea and snacks. And, potentially work his way back to check
Before
on...
he leaves, I want
Okay.
to roll a perception check on him to see if he would be like a suspicious character outside of this establishment. Like if I just saw him normally. Like
You
would I trust this
are
person?
looking for an insight check, sir, if you want to, look at, body language or general behavioral mannerisms.
That is a non-nat 20.
Non-natural 20. This is a scruffy halfling, you know? You definitely get a vibe that you're a little unsure about
Hey,
him,
what's
but
that,
he is offering you
cover?
fantastic
Okay, how's it going?
customer service.
We're just
Interesting.
after our
I'll
last
avoid
session,
the
we
tea
were
for
crawling
now.
around in sewers, so now we are on a roleplay
All right.
session of us being back.
How are the rest of us doing? 7 seekers, 6 seekers, and a bathing Nimnill downstairs.
So we're just
I
trying to
will
get
try
quick
the
and
tea.
have a
Actually,
heavy RP
I
session
trust
rather than a combat heavy session again.
I wouldn't say it would be poison. I would say it's happy tea. But
Wait, didn't
Everybody
we go up
else,
here
what are we
getting
doing,
free
party?
food?
Free food. Yeah. What are we doing?
nope. Eating
And
snacks.
then they'll only use Rast and Shark with us.
Well, Nimnill didn't get any
Oh, and-
snacks or tea because he's, you know.
Elandir has sensitive teeth. He's gonna wait for the tea to cool down.
All right. All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick up my cup, blow on it, cool it down, and take a sip. And have some
Using
cheese.
science, Veto drinks his tea.
Shut the fuck up.
I
Vesta, how
scientifically
are we
sip
doing?
the tea.
How are we doing there, Vesta, with our spa day?
Slowly sipping tea.
Slowly sipping the tea. All right.
Alright, so
Cutscene.
as
While
the-
everybody is sipping tea, Nimnill washes the wound with the bite mark from the weir rat first.
All right. All right. There's a knock at Nimnill's door. That scruffy halfling, Rurik, sticks his head in and says, "How's it going in here, sir? You ready to go upstairs and join your friends?"
Absolutely not. The water's still hot. Leave me alone. And he goes.
He kind of grunts at you, huh? And he shuts the door and goes back out. A little bit of time
Alright.
passes. You're
Hang
all
on.
snacking. What's up? Go ahead.
As the party's sitting here, I bring up that we got some loot down below in the sewer that Elandir found, and I managed to. He left behind, and I grabbed as we were leaving, and I display the contents on the table in front of me to the group. So let me post the picture of everything.
Do we need to do any Arcana checks or any identify spells to establish what those magic items are?
I think it would help because, as far as you know, you're just looking at some basic
A
bullshit.
rock, a cloak,
Yeah.
a bag.
Also, Brill One, this is definitely the time for some group party RP. Kind of recapping and debriefing. You guys had a hell of a night and have now rested. You're clean. This is probably the best shape you will have been in since you got into Neverwinter. And you don't have to cut Nimnill in on the fancy magic loot because he's downstairs.
Bathing
Elandir
his
can
weir
ask-
rat
ask
wound.
if anyone recognizes anything from this pile that Gad has presented.
Let's see. Did Gad put that in the gallery?
the
That'll
gallery,
work. So for just everyone else can see it, but as a refresher for Hope here, there is a gray bag of tricks, a stone of good luck, a scroll of protection from Fae, a wand of secrets, a potion of greater healing, a rope of mending, a veteran's cane, a clockwork amulet, clothes of mending, and a cloak of billowing. And if we're doing any kind of item investigation to determine what all this magical loot was, I think somebody got an orb of time off that sewer king. Do I remember
I
that?
did. I got it.
Archon did. Hell yeah.
I'm taking it out and putting it on the, and like, kind of putting it next to the pile.
Sure.
I mentioned that I got some weird doll, but it's with my stuff in the room, so I don't have it on me.
You
at the
got
moment.
some weird gall?
Yeah. Some doll? Don't understand
Oh, a
it.
doll. Yeah,
Yeah, you know?
the doll. I remember.
Annabelle,
It's it's the
put
you know,
that shit
It's
back
gonna
right
kill
now.
us. The doll's gonna kill us. It's like...
So does
So
anybody,
as-
based on their backgrounds or various skill proficiencies, recognize any of these items?
Elandir does
I can-
not.
you want me to do
Besides
a concept?
recognizing, Gad will say as he's laying down, the only thing I feel laying claim to, and I put my hand on the what was it? Not the cloak. What was it? The clothes? Clothes of mending.
Clothes of mending, yes.
And I'd say that I'd like a replacement of clothes from my adventure in the sewers. But other than that, I'm free for anyone to take the other items.
I went to go
What-
buy my own clothing before I came back up here. told them to toss my old clothing into the trash and burn them. That would not be necessary to keep those that I had. So they bought me some new clothing with the money that I just got.
I'm
Fair
sorry, we
enough.
still don't know what these items are.
Hold on 1 second.
I wouldn't mind having a cloak. That tells everyone.
I'll take that rock, Elendir says.
I like how the characters would do that. Like they just don't roll. They're like, that thing looks cool.
Yeah, why not, man? Why not?
Does anyone want that doll that I found? I
No,
think
you
I
bury
remember
that
seeing
bitch.
that.
Yeah, that can no.
Oh, nice.
I'm taking my orb.
The talking doll.
Farkon takes his orb. Nobody wants the creepy
Actually-
doll.
Before,
I'll
as
turn
he
to
goes
all
to
y'all
take
if
the
that doll
orb,
starts talking.
as he goes to reach for the orb, it grabs my attention. I'm gonna roll a check on it to see
All right.
if I know what it is.
What
That'd be
check are we
Arcana?
rolling, sir?
Arcana,
I
insight.
think it's better.
Arcana sound. Well, yeah, whichever.
Whichever. I'll use the +3. All right, and insight rolls 15.
You believe that within your tribe you have heard of an orb that looks very much like this before, and that it can, if I'm not mistaken, I don't know if anyone has it pulled up there, but that it can tell you what time it is when you are underground or somewhere you otherwise cannot see the sun or stars.
How would it tell? Does it just tell the time automatically, or do you like? Is it like a?
He's gonna make me go look it up.
I just
That's
want to
fine.
know if it's like
I
a
should have
clock,
this
if we
open
can look
anyway.
at it.
You know,
Yeah.
I just didn't anticipate you splaying all the gear on the table. But this is great. It's the perfect time for it. So let's do it. Orb of time. Filter magic
Cutscene.
items.
While they're going over all their equipment, Nimnill closes his eyes, holds his breath, and dips underneath the water in the tub, soaking his rat shit covered hair.
All right. You realize you already bathed for like 2 hours before you slept, right?
No. He clearly washed his clothes before he slept, and now he's
And then
bathing.
sat there for
You're
5
just
hours.
retconning the long rest. All right, whatever. We'll deal with it. So Nimnill is soaking his disgusting hair. The orb of time. While holding this orb, you can use an action to determine whether it is morning, afternoon, evening, or nighttime outside. This property functions only on the material plane.
Can't you just do that by looking at the sky?
Well,
But
if you're
if you're
underground-
Not if you're
indoors,
underground.
if you're indoors or underground, you can't look at the sky. That's the whole
Nice.
point here.
If you try hard.
So as
hold
Farkon goes to grab the orb, I say, "Wait a second, Farkon. I think I might know where that comes from. Can you pass it for a second?" And then,
Sure.
as Farkon passes it over, I activate it to show off the orb.
I just want to clarify. Everybody else took a bath and asleep. Nimnill washed his clothes and fell asleep, and now he's waking up and taking a bath while everybody's downstairs. I didn't retcon anything.
All right,
Went to
it's fine.
sleep covered in poop.
You take a bath in your
So
water. Water.
Gad tells Farkon about the orb that he believes he recognized.
Does the orb
And-
glow or anything when it's
Yeah.
activated? What was the orb called?
Orb of
It is
Orb of
called an orb
time.
of time. It does not
Does it freeze
necessarily
time?
glow. It just magically allows you to determine the current time of day on the material plane as you hold it.
Yep,
It's a
it's
fucking
morning,
watch.
all right.
Pretty much. Pretty much.
Sorry.
And then I explain what the orb of time is. That it's this orb of time. It lets you know what time it is outside. So I believe my history tells me, and this may or may not be true, that the dwarves use this, so that way they could always know what time it was outside. But that may or may not be true. That's whispers through the grapevine, as they might say. I don't know if they have grapes in this universe. I mean, I don't know what I'm talking about.
There were grapes, yes.
DM.
Yes, sir.
I'd like to look over the other items. I
Absolutely.
rolled a 14 Arcana check.
Sure. So you have been away studying at school. You're a bit more well versed in some of these subjects than some of your companions. You know that gray bag. It may be something called a gray bag of tricks, and allow you to summon a furry creature to follow you around and do your bidding all day.
Hopefully
As for as for the stone of good luck, you just believe that you recognize it as some kind of lucky rock. The scroll of protection from Fae, you know it's a scroll of protection from Fae. The potion of greater healing, you know it's a potion of greater healing. Let's
She will
see.
begin to point out the items to you all. That is a potion of greater healing. She'll point out the stone. That is a lucky rock. You will frown at it a bit and just shrug. And she will point at the bag and say, "The bag of furry animals."
Ellendir, give me a Arcana check with a Wand of Secrets. Something about it catches your interest.
I'm gonna bet it does. Alright.
The Wand of Secrets.
The Wand of Secrets.
It's a really nice stick.
It is a nice
Yeah.
stick.
He rolled a 5. It's a that stick looks fancy. Do you want that fancy stick, sir? I don't think anyone claimed it.
No one claimed it. That is a fancy looking stick.
Sure.
All right. What do I have here? Ellendir has
also bring up that
What's
I have
up?
I bring up that I also have picked up a light crossbow that I don't have any interest in. If anyone would have a desire for it,
I shake her head.
I could do with another ranged weapon for now, and I'll pick it up.
Who's that?
That would be Gad.
Okay, I was gonna say Gad needs a ranged weapon. Sorry, Gad. I don't recognize your voice, buddy. Sorry.
Nah,
I
you're good.
inform Gad that I will make sure it's in perfect working order before I hand it over to him later.
Okay, let me see if my current notes are correct as we're looking over the gear on the table. Ellendir has the Stone of Good Luck and the Wand of Secrets. Gad has the Clothes of Mending. Veto has the Cloak of Billowing.
No
Is
one
that
else
all
needs
that's
to
add
in the
these
cane.
things to my
I'll
inventory?
also take the cane.
Gad will also take the Veteran's Cane.
It's a nice stick.
Yes, we should be putting these things in our inventory. Let's see. This leaves the Gray Bag of Tricks is unclaimed. The Scroll of Protection from Fae is unclaimed. The Greater Potion of Healing is unclaimed. The Rope of Mending, the Clockwork Amulet are unclaimed.
Take the potion and the rope.
What was Hope saying?
Oh, no, you can take it. I was going to say I was going to take the potion of healing to apply to you guys, but you can take that as well. That would be fine as well.
The Cloak of Billowing. While wearing this cloak, you can use a bonus action to make it billow dramatically. I am going to be dramatically going all the time.
Is he okay? Someone check on Vesta. Did he choke on his tea?
Just not particularly interested in most of the things.
Fair enough. Vesta
Yeah,
doesn't seem
that's
to
the
have
thing.
any interest in the items. What's that?
That's the same for Hope. She doesn't have that much interest in some of this stuff.
Okay, so we still have unclaimed on the table the bag, the Gray Bag of Tricks, and the Scroll of Protection from Fae, and the Clockwork Amulet.
If no one else is going to claim...
She's going to take the bag?
Yep.
All right, Hope grabs that Gray Bag of Tricks.
You know what you want to do with the bag now. Yep. That's a brilliant idea.
If no one else is going to claim anything, then I'll take the items off the table.
All right, so Gad then also takes the scroll and the Clockwork Amulet.
Cutscene.
Let's make sure that
No.
our inventories are updated with these items just so they don't get lost,
Yeah.
because these are, whether you sell them or keep them or use them, they are some magical loot that you guys got. Hit me with your cutscene there.
Yeah, did you
Okay,
wanna
well
just-
everybody's doing that to their pages and everybody's gathering loot. Cutscene to Nimnill. He finishes up his bath, wraps a light piece of bandage around his weir rat wound, and puts on his semi-damp clothes, ready to face the day, find out where everybody is.
With
Thinking in his heart of hearts that they're probably somewhere in a dungeon deep in this building.
with what can only be described as fortuitous timing, there's a knock at the door, and that scruffy halfling Rorik sticks his head back in. You still bathing in here? What's the deal, man?
Nah, I'm good. I just finished up. You can empty it out. It's full of rat shit water.
You ready to
What,
go upstairs and have some tea and cheese and fruit with your friends?
Yeah, sir, if you don't mind, can you take me to the rest of the party?
All right, so Rurik will lead Nimnill upstairs to the rest of the party, where Nimnill will find them all just freshly packing away some magical loot from their outing and sipping on tea and eating some cheese and fruit and bread and whatnot, snacking away. I think everyone was sipping tea except Ellendir was letting his cool down. It would be cool by now. Gad was a bit apprehensive about it. What's up?
Are you videotaping me from behind? This is not
Yes.
funny.
Yes, I am.
Shush a bit of bush.
All right, so Nimnill, what are we doing? You gonna drink some tea and eat some snacks with your friends? You see them sticking some stuff in their bags, or otherwise just hanging on to it if their bags are back in the bathrooms there.
No,
Yeah.
Nimnill doesn't care for the items at all, and he thinks all the food and drink is poisoned, so he quickly checks all the corners of the room, looking for any traps that may be in
No.
here. Yes, Hope.
What are you doing?
I am scanning the room for potential traps.
You know, I would have to insist that you do not give this party a bad name.
Perception
trying-
check.
Or what?
Traps.
That'd be investigation.
Okay, investigation. No, wait. Perception check to see if any of them have been poisoned or if they're drunk or acting weird.
That's
Yeah, if
How do
we're
you
the
know
ones
what's
acting
normal?
weird. Yeah.
I am.
How do you know what weird is?
So that is
Yeah.
not a-
Okay, I'll roll one
so
of each.
you notice some really pretty curtains hanging on a window.
What is this roll?
He rolled a 6. He rolled a nat 2
No,
plus 4 on his
you-
perception, and I'm not going to give him 2 different rolls.
Get
so.
out of here. Leave the room. Stop recording me. It's not funny.
This motherfucker.
Yeah, take
So-
the cross. Give yourself a light crossbow, so that way I don't forget to get it to you.
We're
Sorry for that.
Was somebody
Outburst.
trying to say something to Nimnill?
Yeah. Hope would say to them, "No, did you get your clothes and everything washed?"
Nimnill turns to Hope. Yes, of course. I washed the clothes myself and took a bath after. Can't you smell the awesomeness on me?
Why are
That's-
you rubbing?
The problem.
Nimnill is rubbing his character up all over yours.
That
Making
was
the
happening on
smell.
the map, yes. What were you saying there,
Nimnill?
Hope? Please continue.
No. Why are you trying to make things bad for this group? She would give him such a sad expression, like so much defeat, as she stares at him.
Nimnill
you
catches
trying-
the expression and thinks to himself, and then says out loud for a moment, I'm not trying to make us look bad. I just don't like getting caught in traps.
No, you didn't try to bathe when we tried to bathe at the river. They basically had to force you into it. You
I bathed
didn't
my
want
clothes,
to
thank you very much.
raise a hand. Please be silent while I speak. I respect you. You please respect me.
Get him.
Now, the only problem that I have here is that you are trying to make it seem that it's not you that's doing this, but it is you that are
This guy
instigating
been
most of these
wandering
things
around
that
the
is happening.
fucking room.
You nearly got us killed down in the sewers. Do you not understand this?
That is true, Gad says.
Nimnill continues his investigation of the room as Hope speaks, turning to her only slightly to say, "We're all alive. It shouldn't be that big of an issue."
It's a big issue when I'm trying to keep everyone alive. She was like, her voice would just rise up a bit more. You put us in a situation where we all could have died. Do you not care?
Nimnill stops what he's doing, turns to Hope, catching the rage in her voice and the worry, and he says, "I healed people. You healed people. Thank you for that. We all came out fine, minus a little bit of rat feces." Then he continues his search of the room.
Very fine.
Veto does not let
As-
him get near him to try and search behind him. He just hopping on.
Yeah,
you're not.
pushing him.
You're not.
I'm blocking him
crawling all
from
over
getting
him.
over there. Just sticking my
Nimnill
butt.
seems taken by the curtains.
She is just going to sigh and shake her head. I don't know what else to say.
As Hope gives up trying to talk sense into Nimnill, Gad from his chair just says, "I think what she's trying to say, Nimnill, is that the rest of us here act and move as a team. And you seemingly go off on your own, don't trust the others around you, act on your own accord. You're not a good fit for a team in the current way that you're acting. And currently, as it stands, I've been writing up reports of everyone's actions, and, well, let's just say you need to do better."
Nimnill just
Speaking of
sighs
that-
heavily, turning to Gad, saying, "Well, lead me then."
So speaking to
I
that,
pull out a leash and I.
uh-oh. What's this turning into? What kind of bathhouse is this? But instead, Veto speaks up and says, maybe we should consider a standard order for us to when we do have to explore spaces that are tight and confined. Speaking to the time he was during his training and seeing how there was clear and concise direction from the master guardsman and others, to suggest a kind of a party formation as far as keeping the perhaps Vesta being in the front as and keeping the Vesta or Ellendir depending on this because of the either being stealth or into a more defensible position.
Vesta, Ellendir, you've been addressed by name by Veto here.
Ellendir will speak up and say, I will help in whatever way you guys see fit. If you want my services, I'd be happy to do them, but I don't want to step on anyone's toes. Gad's the leader, and I'll defer to him if he wants, if he feels it's best for me to move and scout ahead, or
Well,
anything else I'm able to do.
I do think a standard order should be decided upon, so that way we refrain from any chaos in the heat of the moment in the future. And I do believe that it would be preferred to have you in the front, Ellendir. Nimnill, I would really like for you to take up the rear, because if anything's sneaking up behind us, your vision will definitely catch it.
Nimnill just grunts and says, "I bet you'd like me to take up your rear." But then he nods his head in agreement.
Gad just
Also,
shakes his
if I-
head and moves on.
If I may,
I mean, if I can interject a DM comment here, I think we all know that Nimnill's probably an ass man. Anyway, please continue.
if I may
And-
have a word here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's investigate.
It's also, if for my my personal preference, I have been trained to function as a wall. I would prefer to hold the front in most confrontations, if that is allowed.
All right. Then it's decided Ellendir will take up the front in order to lead if we're in a situation where we're not actively fighting. Once we're in combat, Vesta, you swap with Ellendir, take the front. I'll remain second or third and behind. Hope, take up the back, make sure we're getting healing done. Veto, if you want to stick next to me in the fight, we should be good. Does that leave anyone out?
Yes.
Farcon. Yes. I noticed looking over
The big
at the
one.
giant centaur. I'm like, oh yes.
The hardest
Archon.
one to miss.
Where would you like to be in the lineup? I'll let you decide.
I'll stick with Hope.
Stick with Hope. All right.
I'll give Hope support in case something comes
All right.
after
So
her.
the back I'm imagining would be Nimnill, Farcon, Hope, and then in the front, depending on if we're sneaking or fighting, will either be Ellendir, Vesta, me, Veto, or Vesta, Ellendir, me, Veto. So, did we get that? DM Borscht? Have we?
Somebody write it down somewhere, and I will get it.
I will write it. There you go.
OOC. So Nimnill's third from the back.
No, you would be the back. You would be.
Oh, the very back.
Actually,
As far
actually,
away
I'm
from us as
retconning
humanly
this.
possible.
I'm retconning this. Farcon is taking the actual back. Because we can't let Nimnill be the back. He'll just leave. He'll do some shit. We can't have him be the back.
Yeah.
That's why he was
we
going
can't
out of his
be-
way to check where he was in the order. I think we all know.
Be sure we can't be as humanly as away from Nimnill.
Well, thankfully,
let's
the
go-
centaur is not a human. So.
I mean,
He's half human.
He is half human.
About
So
this
being-
time, Sariel pops her head in the door and just, excuse me, I just wanted to make sure that all of you were finding everything to your liking.
Ah, yes, very much, thank you. The tea, what type of tea is this? You're welcome.
Oh, I'm not sure. I didn't ask Rurik to bring you tea. I'll have to go check with him. And then she turns and leaves.
Nimnill turns, a look of solemn on his face. It's poison. Spit it out now.
It's actually really good. Probably some of the best I've had in a long time.
Everyone
happy
that
tea.
sipped the tea starts to feel a little bit sleepy, in spite of the fact that they've just had a long rest.
Oh. Okay.
Well,
Cool.
I believe it was only Nimnill and Gad.
Why is it going to be us? Fuck!
Lindier has not drank any yet.
You never took a sip? I know
Is-
you were waiting for it to cool. I assumed you had had a sip by now.
That was just my excuse.
Okay. So Ellendir, Gad, and Nimnill have not had the tea. The rest are becoming a little bit drowsy despite their long rest.
Can I
Fine
roll a
with me.
perception to
Yes.
see if they're like 1,000 off? Like,
Well, let's give them a
Uh-oh.
moment to react to the slight sleepy stupor that they may or may not be noticing first. Yes.
yes, this Vesta's actually gonna use 5 points of his later on hand to get rid of any poison within
What
his
is-
system.
What is this?
The lay on hands, we have. You have a pool of healing power that you can restore for the long rest. As an action, you can touch a which was a number of hit points or 5 HP, or 5 HP to either creature, either cure or neutralize a poison affecting the creature.
Well, please note that in your character sheet, and you have purged the tea. Well done. Anybody else with the slight drowsiness coming over them?
My cloak
Nope,
billows.
I'm not gonna purge it.
Fair enough. About this time, Rurik re-enters the room. How we all doing in here? Looking over the group.
Nimnill quickly walks to the side of Farkon. Farkon was drinking tea, right?
He was.
Nimnill walks to the side of Farkon and smacks his hand, knocking whatever was in it out on the floor in front of the halfling.
Why would you do this?
Because he thinks
Yeah,
everything's
you don't
poison.
know. You don't know.
You realize he was checking his room for traps and this room for traps.
You gotta
Okay,
Okay,
okay.
So you just-
Yeah, that's a good point. You know what? Never mind.
Okay.
Drama averted.
It just seemed like it was potentially meta, so I had to, question.
Oh,
it.
it was meta.
Okay.
I'm trying to be delicate, Hope. I'm trying to be a delicate DM in this case. Hope's like, this son of a bitch. He's too easy on them. Kill us all.
Hope hits an alarm. Meta.
Noticing that Nimnill is running around the room in a fervor, Rurik will go around the room. He's looking over you all to make sure that you're enjoying your tea and snacks, and he's checking and locking the doors.
I'm gonna try and roll a perception on the locking doors.
Okay.
Ditto.
Hit me. Only one of you, and Gad said it first, so hit me. I can't let the whole
Investigation,
party
then.
roll checks because then you pass all
Yeah.
the checks. It's just not.
11.
So Gad doesn't particularly notice anything. This scruffy,
walk
albeit
over
a
to the
bit
doors,
shady looking halfling has just been providing wonderful customer service all day, and so he must just be looking over these doors.
Time. As he locks the doors and homie fails his perception check as to why he's locking the doors, Nimnill looks the halfling over, investigating his person, looking for any hidden weapons.
But you don't necessarily know that he's locking the doors. As far as you can tell, he's polishing, he's dusting, he's making rounds around the room, perhaps with a bit of suspicious fervor in his action. What I'm saying is that somebody just rolled a perception check to see what he's doing and rolled an 11. What do you want from me?
No. They rolled a perception check to see why he was doing
You don't
something.
get two rolls. You don't get a different roll. It's still a second roll.
You said he was locking the doors. That is a factual thing that happens. As in,
yeah, but
it's
whether or
obvious
not
that
we
he's
noticed
locking
it
the
is
doors.
different.
Okay.
Well,
then can't.
the fuck off.
You can relax
good for
a tiny bit, Nimnill. You didn't drink the tea. You already have an upper hand on the situation, all right?
Yeah.
Keep you cool, brother.
Can I investigate his person?
Get me out of here!
What do you want to...
I'm looking for weapons.
Give me a roll.
Okay, investigate. I'm not trying to figure out if he's good or
Give me a
evil.
roll. Yeah,
Okay.
Give me a roll.
20, come on, 20. Oh, you gotta be shitting me.
You got a 5.
You got to be shitting me.
Natural
1.
You think to yourself that perhaps that halfling is particularly well endowed, and you feel a little bit. You feel a little bit of jealousy that he's packing some heat in his pants.
Oh
right.
my goodness.
Alright.
I want to
Okay.
try and fight off this sleepiness.
You wish to attempt to fight off the sleepy? You're feeling a little sleepy?
Yes.
I'm
I'm gonna roll con save.
Yeah, you can roll a con save.
19.
You give it a good shake. You shake all the way out from your human neck down to that horsetail whipping back and forth, and you shake off the drowsies a little bit.
The tail whips Nimnill in the face. Stop it. Out.
Oh, what?
Not you. My wife.
He liked the tail whip. It's the children in the room that's bothering him. Yes.
So,
Farkon-
Hope is going to embrace the sleepiness actually, and just sit down in one of the chairs and probably pass the hell out.
Hope passes out.
Yep.
Into a chair.
Meadows is combat as well.
Whoops. I can no longer move hope, but that is fine.
Drop
I'm still
the
gonna
E that
try
he
and
was
fight
holding.
it off.
2 party members are unconscious.
As
Let
I notice the other members going nodding off and going to sleep, I will also pretend to nod off and go into like a meditative where I'm just ultra listening to the sound and everything around me.
Give me a performance check.
Why would this be one of my terriblest rolls? Oh shit! Let's go 19.
My
All
armor.
right, you pretend to go to sleep and are pulling it off there. I'm gonna put this on you for now, but we know that you're not really unconscious.
Oh, like it's real hard to pretend you're asleep. Oh my god.
Well, elves don't sleep.
It actually kind of is hard to
Look,
pretend.
regardless of how easy it is to pretend you're asleep or not, that
That's-
motherfucker over there is nailing it right now, okay? He's got a little
Yeah,
fake
that's
snore
true,
and,
though.
and woo going. I mean, the whole 9 yards. What's up, Hope?
That's not true. Elves can sleep. They just can't magically be put to sleep. But
That
they
is true.
can sleep.
Yeah. Even if I
Can
did
I-
drink it, I wouldn't be able to.
But everybody
Just
is
put magic
unconscious.
sleep.
It's not necessarily magic sleep. It is poison, but he didn't drink it anyway. What's up there, Farkon?
Yeah.
I'm still trying to fight it off.
Can I roll for my drool? Or how low I snore?
If it makes you happy, you roll whatever you want to determine how much you're. Give me a D100.
Oh my goodness
I-
gracious.
I would just like to say, as an interjection and a cutscene, that as Sparkon continues to try and fight off the sleepy time
Oh,
motion, he
I
keeps
snore.
his tail keeps hitting Nimnill in the face, which is distracting him from noticing that everybody else is fucking unconscious.
I
So-
snore
You
for
notice the
93
giant
decibels.
ass snore come from fucking Beto right next to you.
Was it a snore? I thought he said drool. Snore's fine.
Oh, was
I
it
snore.
drool?
I snored for 93 decibels.
No, because Sparkon is kicking him in the face with his stupid horse tail.
All right, about this time, Rurik is making his rounds around the room and watching the group, noticing that 3 have nodded off and that the others seem to be alert and aware, except for maybe the centaur, who's doing a lot of shaking and smacking that Asimar in the face with his tail. He's becoming a bit more hurried and frantic in his checking over and cleaning of the doors and windows.
Who's this?
I would like to state that my bag and all my items are directly at my feet and between my legs.
Yes, because you produced all the magic items. Some people did leave stuff in their rooms, though. What's up? Who's asking me?
Who's cleaning shit?
Rurik, the scruffy-looking halfling that brought the tea.
Can I
Who's
insight
that
check
individual?
Can Alandir do a medicine check to see what's going on with the twitching horse man?
A medicine check on what, sir?
Just to, well, I mean, I would assume to see if he's doing okay, because he's over there twitching and not he's the
That'd
one
be a
that
perception.
looks like he's what you're describing to me, if he's trying to shake out of his sleep, that whole fucking head bob you guys
Yeah,
do
it looks
when
like
you're
he's
really
about to
trying to,
pass out. Yeah.
that whole rolling thing. I want to check. Is it all right if I check on him, because he was wide
Absolutely.
awake a couple seconds ago?
You can check on your friend 100%, sir.
All right.
Can we get an icon for the well and down?
Nice.
I got a 22, sir.
You definitely
ascertain?
think that something is up with Farkon. Like, he should not be dozed. There's something unnatural about the drowsiness that he attempts to be trying to shake off.
All right, I'm gonna kind of shake him and try and wake him up. I'm assuming, because of what's going on here about metagaming, that is not going to work. So I'd like to look and see.
Well, now the
look
shaking
at
it off
his-
that he's doing, he did roll a con save for and get a 19. So he
All right.
has been succeeding. But you definitely, in that medicine check, with your knowledge, you definitely feel that the drowsiness that he appears to be trying to shake off is unnatural. Now, what conclusions you choose to draw from that? Yes.
It feels off and just woke up from our sleep. Why am I
So,
so tired?
So
You just keep
Elendil would like
going.
to survey the group and see who else is. He's gonna look. Yeah, he's gonna look to see who else might be acting out of character.
At this
Elendil
point,
just
Just notices
Vesta drink the tea?
Nimnill investigating the blinds. Investigation check into the blinds. Into the
Okay.
blinds.
you mean the curtains?
Yeah, curtains.
They are very nice curtains. This is a very nice establishment.
Nimnill is taken back by the awesomeness of the curtains.
So Elendil notices that that Nimnill is acting like Nimnill, and you know, he obviously has noticed that Farkon is trying to shake off some unnatural drowsiness, and he realizes that especially with that loud ass snore that just cranked out of Veto across the table from him, he turns around and does realize that Hope is passed out across the room. Gad looks to be in rough shape as well, and Vesta is sitting there. What's going on, Vesta?
It's just actually still catching up, and has slowly become making his way towards the other people who are still awake.
Elendil is going to look at Vesta as he's approaching, and so he's going to look around and see what the common denominator is. Looking at the fact that he hasn't drank anything, he's going to look at to see real quick how much Farkon has drank.
Repeat that for me. I
Investigation
apologize.
check.
He's looking at how much Farkon drank.
Okay. Yes.
Only half the cup.
Okay.
You're a big horse.
He's gonna
About
look
this
around.
time, Rurik is working his way towards the door. If you all excuse me, there's another large party arriving downstairs. It's quite unusual for this time of day. Even though
Elendil is going to
mid to late afternoon. Yes?
Elendil is going to ask him if he can grab a couple of these cups on his way out.
Yeah, of course. And he comes to clear the table in front of you before leaving.
Elendil is going to ask him what was in the what kind of tea is it that he brought up.
A very tasteful tea.
It's a nettle tea. My mother used to make it.
And is this something you made?
Yes, I prepared it for you all. You know, Miss Ravencroft wanted to make sure you all had the best possible experience. He's backing towards the door as he says this, kind of bowing and dipping his head to you, holding the cups in his hands.
Can Elendil do a perception check on his behavior?
Can I do an insight check into his behavior?
Only one of
That'd
you
be
can do a
insight.
check on him. What would we like to do, gentlemen?
Insight.
Yeah, that insight makes sense.
Which one of us is going to do it?
Who's got the higher roll?
I guess whoever called for it. Who called for it? Nimnill?
Nimnill
Oh, you
calls
got
for insight.
13,
Okay.
really?
Nimnill is
Okay.
just still focused on this man's package. The heat he's packing in those pants.
I've gotten larger.
He is fixated. So with that, our friend Rourke backs out of the room, and you hear a loud click as the door locks.
All right, so that's pretty evident.
Nimnill turns to those still awake and says, "Did you guys notice that halfling's package?"
Why
I
would
was
we
paying
look at
attention to
his
something
package?
Oh, if only Hope was awake right now.
Elendil is going to investigate. Elendil is going to check the door, confirming that it is in fact locked. Finding that it is locked,
Yes.
that he's going to look around for any other immediate threats entering the room, because obviously we are now trapped. He's just trying to do a threat assessment of the room.
As far as you can tell, all of the doors are locked. There is not an immediate threat in the room. However, beyond those fancy curtains that Nimnill was so infatuated with, almost as infatuated with the curtains as he was that halfling's package, you do see out the window another group of customers headed towards the bathhouse, but they're all looking a little shabby. A little
Suspicious.
shabby.
They are looking like drunk, fatigued, kind of like what do you mean shabby? Like they're beat up, or
Oh, give me an insight check, perhaps.
all right. I just want you to describe your shabbiness. Let's see, perception you want?
Insight.
Insight.
Oh, you motherfucker! How about perception?
Just makes the DC
Maybe.
higher.
Doesn't have good insight.
I'm fine with
Maybe-
perception. This is a view from upstairs. It's not like you're gonna get a keen view of their behavior from here. So
Oh,
sure,
not-
give me a perception.
I get all their origin stories now.
We might need someone with high intelligence and investigation to do stuff.
All right, I gave you a net 20 on my perception.
Where I don't see it anywhere.
Yeah, it didn't.
What? Bullshit.
It was a 20.
What is the group consensus? Do I believe his nat 20?
It did happen to
Roll
me
a-
before where I rolled and didn't show up. So
I'm
I believe
I'm gonna choose to believe Ellendir here.
I got evidence.
Oh, is he posting a screenshot for us?
Fuck yeah, I am.
I mean,
It's
that's
coming.
metagaming to
Boy.
confirm a 20.
A dirty 20 or
I mean,
a
my
nat
job
20?
my job is
Oh,
to
it-
metagame. Thank you.
It was a 24, so it was a it
With
was
your
a nat
modifier,
20.
yes, but it was nat.
Yeah.
So
It's
you
coming. I
Definitely,
promise.
you definitely are able to pick up on the fact that this group they look rather thuggish. They certainly are not the kind of people that you believe would normally frequent this kind of fine establishment. And from what you can tell, they may even be packing some weapons under their clothes.
You tell me they're
All right.
packing heat too?
One
Yeah, but not
second.
the kind of heat
Uh,
that Nimnill was so focused on with that halfling.
One second, my good sir.
Absolutely.
Did that come up?
I see it.
I see.
Yeah, we
Alright.
see your screenshot for the net 20.
No.
Nice
I just did another
Photoshop, bro.
roll.
Oh, you did another roll.
You
no.
gotta
That roll's not working
That's
either.
Try.
Give me an exclamation point update on your
Yeah.
in that channel.
Okay.
I'd restart your tab.
Yeah, you might refresh your page
Turn
because you
off
were
your
definitely
computer.
rolling at the beginning of the session.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Turn off your computer and restart it.
I don't have a computer.
Nah, damn.
Oh, did that do
I don't
anything?
have a brain.
Apple tablet.
Fuck.
Yeah,
Alright.
I don't
Oh.
see your rolls on.
While we're waiting, I
Um,
think the art for this session will need to be focused around Nimnill staring at a halfling's crotch. I'm just throwing that out there.
Fuck you guys.
I'm not
All right.
sure
So
if
what do
I
I
can
what,
get Midjourney
what do I need
that,
to do
but
to
I'll try.
reset this? Do I need? You want me to reset
I would
my
refresh
browser?
your page and then do an exclamation point update in the
All right.
game table.
Yeah, because I don't see your rolls on D&D Beyond, and it should be showing there because you're in the group.
All right. I think I'm gonna refresh it one more time. I apologize. The delay.
Fuck you, man. What the hell,
Alright.
Ellen? You're...
I know. Updates.
So just to recap, there's 3 of us that are fully awake and 1 of us who is kind of awake.
All right.
Well,
another.
as far as you all know,
another-
Gad is also knocked out.
Did that come up? Did that come up? Did I
Didn't anything on
No?
D&D Beyond yet. No.
My shit's not coming up.
Damn.
What the fuck do I need to do here?
Not have Apple
close it all.
products.
Yeah, close like
Alright.
the actual Safari app itself and reopen
Oh.
it entirely.
Brother, I'm using Chrome. I ain't doing that bullshit. Safari. Think I
Go
want
ahead
to
and
do
open up
Oh,
a new
Chrome.
Edge window.
Chrome is
Open
just
up.
as bad. Why don't you use Firefox?
Bro, I'm running a Bing. What the fuck you talking about?
Why don't you have the app? D&D Beyond app. That works. It's really good. That's what I use on my
Horse, do
phone.
we have spa music? Can we have spa music?
Yeah, what's going on with the music?
I
there?
can
I
switch
can
to the
actually hear it
nighttime.
tonight. It's great.
I can switch to the nighttime soundtrack and see if that
All right, did that come over?
fits a
That
little bit
did
better.
come
Yeah, you're
over.
rolling now.
Yes.
Good job.
Yep.
All right,
Glad
all
we're
right,
fixed
I
up
think
there.
So Shabby,
Let's
so
go.
what I ascertain through the window. What did you say a second ago before my dice started going crazy?
There was a group making their way towards the bathhouse. They have not reached there yet. You're looking at about 6 men, mixed races. They definitely are a rather rough looking group, not the type that you believe would be frequenting an establishment this nice. And from what you can tell, they most likely all have some gear on under their common clothes.
All right,
Weapons, armor,
I'm gonna cry out to Vesta. I'm gonna ask him, "Are you okay? Are you in good shape?"
I'm fine.
Vesta, are you in good shape?
I'm fine. However,
We have company coming. We need to get these other ones back.
yes,
back
I was
on their
about to
feet.
start working on that. I already confirmed this work, so Vesta does to Vera what he did to himself and uses 5 more points of his and then smacks him on the back of his head to try and wake him up.
You're able to do that on other people too?
Yeah, as long as I
Okay.
touch them.
Just making sure. So that does spend all of your points though, right?
No, I still have 5 left. I can do it for 1 more person.
Oh, I thought you did 5 on. I thought you only had 10 total, and you did 5 on yourself.
No,
and
I have-
5 on him.
I have 15 because I'm level 3.
Okay. You had already.
It rises by 5
I
by each
hadn't. I
level.
hadn't refreshed your sheet since you updated. That's my bad. I'm just trying to
Right.
keep track of everything here. Forgive me, Vero. As Vesta gives you that smack, you do wake up. You snap out of it.
Okay.
As Veto and Vesta are playing handsies with each other, Nimnill turns to Ellendeer and says, "Hey, you know I'm still here too, right?"
Yes, but
I bet if Nimnill was to walk next to any of us that were asleep, we would wake up and just stick your finger under our nose and boom, we're up.
He's had a bath and washed his clothes. He did. It's
All right,
canon.
so this door here has not yet been opened, so we don't know what's going on here. The one to
That
the
is
right.
correct,
Sure, you
sir.
lock, yeah.
All right.
So
You start freaking out, breaking the doors.
That
open.
halfling did go around to all the doors and those windows, and you have now confirmed that everything is locked up tight.
All right.
I asked what's going on. I was just having a Billy session right now. I wake up asking.
Who Veto is?
in the party roleplay.
Nimnill hears Veto's cries for his confusion to be solved and says, "Science is going on right now. Science."
I have control
Veto
myself.
stands up and looks for his bag so he can science stuff.
Do
It's
I have
not
control
him.
my token?
I
Like a
mentioned that. I mentioned that I need to. That we need to. That I need to get my gear, but it's still in the bath. And trying the
Getting
door.
roofied.
Trying the
Ellen
door
just
is
gonna-
locked, and
Ellen-
I look to Ellendeer to see if he can do something about it.
Wait, are we without our equipment at the moment, Boris?
Everybody, you tell me if you brought your bag in. I think most of the party is probably unarmored. Gad brought his bag in because he produced all of that loot from it to share with the group. Nimnill definitely has all his shit because he's Nimnill.
Yeah, he never leaves that.
But Veto left his in his room. I'm going to wager that Veto was relaxing in his fresh, clean clothes and unarmored. I think most of the party is probably following suit, but I leave it to, be honest with yourself about your character. What did you leave in your room and what did you bring with you?
I mean, at this point in time, it's kind of I feel like a metagamer to say that I would bring my shit with me, even though I think it's consistent with Ellendeer's lack of trust.
Now, those
and-
in the cheap rooms downstairs, you were like removed from your room when you came upstairs. So if you were downstairs, you do have your stuff. But the guys
Okay, well-
upstairs, these were luxury rooms. They were not They were not rushing to move them out and move other customers in, right?
That makes
All right, well,
makes simple.
Ellendir wants to pull out his thieves' tools and he wants to start picking that fucking lock.
Which one, sir? There are
The
several
one up
doors.
front, because
The one that Beto is at?
the
Or
one that
I
Vesta
guess
has, because I have some unarmored guys that we need to. I want to
so.
open this door. I want to be able to look. Is this a door? Or is this a window? This is a window down here. I thought that was a
Which
double
one
door.
are we talking about? You got a little poker there. The
This
one
is a
Gad is
window.
circling right now is a window.
What?
Oh, this is a window. I thought those were double doors.
The one that Beto is at up top is a double door.
And
Question.
that's the doorway that the dude left at.
The dude
Ruckus.
left to go downstairs through the side door towards the stairs that you came up in.
You know, what would really help
How?
That's this door here.
is if you had tokens for all the enemies and all of the NPCs.
Shut the fuck up.
This is the
well.
door that we came in. Or
The
down here.
the door on the left that Farkon and I are highlighting, that is the one you came in. You came in this path I'm tracing now. These are the stairs.
So,
This is that
Do
door.
I have access to my token? Because
You should.
all right. Well, on an iPad I don't. So I like to move over here,
Veto
And I would
had
like
access to
to-
your token for some reason. My bad.
and I would like
My
to pick this lock.
The one, okay.
My
give me
question is,
a. Go ahead.
how did I? So my room was up here. How did I go through this little tiny 1-inch passageway?
You came through the indoor hallway, but you definitely know that there was a door kind of in the middle of that hallway, facing out, and you were standing. I mean, logically, those that may connect. You don't necessarily. You haven't seen out there necessarily. You would have seen
So-
out that window at the end of the hall where your room was, out on to the rooftop.
So
right.
from downstairs, I walked up. I went through this tiny 1-inch door, squeezed
Yes.
my ass through all of this, and walked in here.
The hallway
And
was a
then when
little
I
tight
got-
for such a fancy establishment. Yes.
And then so then I walked out through this 1-inch door again, and then back this way. Like I
Yes.
never saw what these doors go
Technically,
through.
that is 2.5 feet, good sir.
Rourke did not lead you outside. Well, or
Okay,
whatever
I'm
that
just
door is.
trying to
I'm
figure
sorry.
out. I'm just trying to figure out how I would know to get back to my room.
Yeah.
So that
Again,
way?
logically, given that you know that there was a door here and that you were at a door here, maybe you think that connects. You tell me. But you do know that this passage, the passage that you can see from the exposed fog of war, is that route.
Okay, that's all I wanted to know because I would go back to I would want to get back to my stuff, following the same route that I had previously taken.
Okay,
But
so
I
you're
wasn't sure.
supporting Ellendir's decision to pick
Yes.
this lock. Okay.
I was saying
Ellendir.
that if I came up here and then we went through these doors and then I went up this way, it's like, wait,
I
go
understand.
downstairs.
Ellendir, please give me a sleight of hand check, sir.
All right, and I have expertise in this, so I get double proficiency.
Sure.
So sleight of hand, so that's 6, and then it should be another +2, so it should be a +8 instead of a +6
Okay.
because
So
of the
we
thieves'
add an
tools.
extra
Now,
2 to yours. Let's see.
yeah, Kurt, is that
That's a
correct?
9.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm gonna do a 19. It's going to be a 27 on that lock.
For some reason, you didn't
open
show
that
up.
door.
Bro, that lock just had an orgasm the way you picked it.
Yeah. That lock just glides right open. It was just butter. And you find yourself in
slid
this
into
small
those-
little foyer with another
slid
locked
those
door in
DMs.
front of you.
God damn it, that
My-
stupid fucking halfling.
My cloak, the cloak that I'm wearing billows.
Yes. This is
Now, I will say,
appropriate. All
you
right,
do all notice that Nimnill is mumbling some kind of incantation to himself, and the ground starts trembling around him.
Now, is anyone checking on the other two that I asked Vesta to check on someone else? I don't want to keep saying my actions. I want to make sure I give time for everybody else to do their stuff, but Ellendir is going to be working towards that next door. Is Vesta, are
I'm
you
still
working on
trying to fight off
bringing
this.
someone else back?
Before, Vesta was going to try and wake up Hope, but before that, he turns to Farkon and says, "You think you'll be fine?" We're looking a little shaky.
This is really weird, but I'm trying.
Barkon,
for-
give me
go
another
for
con
hope.
check.
Go for hope. Hope's more important.
Hope can get Gad up, hopefully.
18.
You're still shaking it off. You're still fighting that poison.
Right. Well, then Vesta is gonna use the last 5 points of his lay on hands to neutralize the poison and shake her awake.
And then as
Hope.
this,
Hope, you are shaken awake with Vesta
Ooh.
using lay on hands on you.
Alrighty. What just happened?
And
I would like to just
poison
say,
tea.
as Hope wakes, I'm also gonna break from meditation and awake too, willingly.
Oh,
So we were poisoned then?
well, considering my abilities worked on it, that was the closest guess. And from what I hear, there's trouble coming.
There's a frown. And I do not think that the
Here
lady
right
of the
now,
bath
this really sucks.
Unfortunately, we have a centaur with us. We can't sneak out.
I'm still.
Yeah, so Hope's like
I'm
woken
fighting it
up. She's
off.
like, wait, why are we spooked? What's happening?
Yeah, like she's telling you guys like what is actually going on. Like
Nimnill
she's a
adds
bit
to what Hope
confused.
says, saying, "Do you guys not feel the tremors in the ground? It's a sign of things to come."
She would just stare at you, and
Are the tremors obviously coming from him? Borscht?
I was muted. I apologize. He definitely mumbled some kind of incantation before the floor started shaking.
But like, are the trembling? Is it like? Is he the
Perception
source?
check.
Is it rippling out from him?
It's around him. It's just the floor in general in the area.
I would say to Nimnill, you should stop that. You're just announcing your presence more. Unless you wish to draw attention to us more. Is this your goal?
Nimnill just looked at Hope, thinking in his mind, "Lasts for a minute, no longer."
We can't hear you,
Just
bro.
not casting
You're
again.
talking way too quiet, brother.
That's the point. Is he thinking in his head? You're not supposed to hear.
Yes, but if you're going to
Yeah,
speak on it, we
we're
need to be able
supposed
to
to
hear
hear.
you. But
Nimnill has a very serious face on as he stares at Hope and clearly is having some kind of internal dialogue with himself. Ellen, dear, what's going on with that next door?
I'll tell you here in a second. He's got his thieves tools out. He's gonna go at this fucking door again. He's gonna get a 12, 11. I can do math.
Luckily, this is a fancy bathhouse, and these doors are not necessarily made to contain people, despite having locks. And you get that fucker open.
No.
All right.
I'm gonna
Is this
stand
door
and
locked?
grab the bag and
That
start
door
walking
is
out.
not locked. It is open, Veto.
I run to my room. Is this door locked?
It is not. Only the doors
Uh,
containing you all in there were locked.
Not
You said
fucking-
Is
on the
my
second
stuff
floor, yeah?
still in my room?
Your stuff is still there. You have all your stuff again.
I start getting all of my stuff put back on and ready.
You all start to hear a loud commotion
Last one.
downstairs.
Last
There's
one.
definitely some
I've
kind
got
of
beers for
argument
tonight. Come on.
beginning to happen. And you hear Rurik, the guy you know, definitely raising his voice as well.
Definitely not.
Can Ellendeer sneak down and try and scout out and discern what's happening?
Certainly.
Out of
I'm
character.
using
Your
private
hesitation.
Figured out what's
as
going on.
a.
Your hesitation
I'm-
makes me nervous.
Well, I mean, I just, I thought you
I'm
guys might
using
avoid
Gad as a
confrontation.
support. To
So
try and get back to my room.
absolutely.
Did you say we're gonna avoid confrontation?
I mean, I should never expect that of you all. As you peek downstairs, you definitely see 6 very, very rough-looking guys that are engaging in a bit of an argument over being allowed upstairs into the lounge. You know, we paid good money to get up there. And Sariel and a few employees are standing between them, and Rurik seems to be taking the side of these thugs.
I don't see any thugs or Rorik. I
Not
do
you.
see.
Ellendeer snuck downstairs and rolled a 20 on a stealth check.
Fine.
Alright,
The tokens
Eldir
are
is
there.
going to come back upstairs. And as he comes back up, he finds Gad. He's going to quickly kind of debrief Gad on what's going on down there and advise we need to find an alternate exit out of here.
Well, we are on the second floor, but at the end of the hallway, there's a balcony. There might be a way down if we can get out through the window, though Farcon will have.
What about
difficulties.
Farcon?
Yeah.
Really? The door's
I-
tiny.
I knew I should have absolutely taken Spider Climb.
I feel like if we
You
go
two-
downstairs,
Farcon's
we're
getting
gonna-
his
we're
gear
gonna-
out of that
we're
room
gonna
2.
fight.
No other doors were locked. Everything, the only doors locked were the ones to the room that you all were in.
Okay, I got my
Alright,
stuff.
so I'm gonna
I'm
make my
gonna go-
way back to like a central location to the group. I'll be like, everyone spread out and find an alternate way out of here that is not the stairs. And then I'm gonna make my way back up this way.
I am going to gather my stuff then, DM. Go and get my stuff from my
So
room.
the hallway to your stuff is still locked.
Where you at?
Of course it is.
Yeah, so the room you're in, the lounge, the building is almost like a U shape, and
Sorry.
I thought you said that thing was unlocked already, though.
So
not-
Ellendeer, so in the U shape, in the like lower left-hand corner of this U shape is where the stairwell is. There were 2 locked doors between the stairwell, and there's a hall north of that stairwell that goes to 2 of the luxury private rooms. You were in one of the luxury private rooms on the opposite side of the lounge, so the right side of the U, and that passage leading up is still locked. Ellendeer unlocked the door,
Unlocked.
picked the locks towards the exits, towards the staircase. No one has messed with that door towards those rooms yet. You and
Interjection.
Gad were on that side, but Gad did bring his bag out with him.
Interjection.
So-
Yes.
Farcon, watch the stairs.
Nimnill notices everybody freaking out and going every which way, and he slowly makes his way to the top of the stairs.
Stop. Fucking puts
I
a
said
hand on
slowly
Nimnill.
makes his way to the top of the stairs.
I know, so I have time to stop you. I'm like, I ask you.
No, let him go
What
and
do you-
die.
No. Where are you going, Nimnill? Don't go down the stairs. You can post
Nimnill
up
says-
with Farcon here and wait to cast Bonfire.
Nimnill chuckles and says, "Fine, I'll wait here at the top."
Me out of care just say, let him die. Like, if that motherfucker want to go down there and get himself in trouble, let him go down there and die.
But then he knows that the room's unlocked and we're out, so we can't let him know. So, after talking to Nimnill, I'm gonna make my way back to this door and try and open it.
Knowing that I'm not very good at
That door is open. Excuse me, I was brought pizza. Forgive me.
You're not
Hope.
forgiven.
For Hope, on that hallway where the private rooms are, the left side up where Farcon and Veto's rooms were, there's a door on the inside of the U of the hallway there, and Gad just checked it, and it is open. That's the wrong shape. And so there's a big U-shaped balcony over what appears to be a large outdoor communal bath area and garden. Now, you all are on the second floor.
Oh,
Gad
suddenly
has found an
communal
open door.
bathroom seems so crazy.
Alright, I'm gonna make my way back to the group. I found a way out onto the balcony that supports you, Farcon. The door here in the middle, getting down to the first floor is still going to be a bit of an issue for some of us.
But we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. And I'm gonna start making my way out to the balcony.
And you may notice that across on the other side of the balcony, it's a big U. There is a door that, from what you can guess, probably leads to the hallway of you and Hope's rooms.
I'm gonna go ahead and check that and go over here to this other door and open it.
It's open.
Wow.
I
the other
grab
hallway's here.
Nimnill and push him towards towards where my room was, getting him off the stairs.
Hope, I have you and Ellendeer back in the lounge. What are we doing?
Okay. I mean, I will show Ellendeer the door where everything's locked, because I don't know about the balcony or anything yet, so, yeah.
I did come back and tell you
Nimnill.
about the balcony door being open. You just don't know the balcony leads to the other rooms yet.
Nimnill yells out, "I have rope."
So Ellendeer, Hope's asking you to pick the lock on that other hallway leading up to her room.
All right.
While he's doing that, the rest of the party, are we making our way out behind Gad, where he just called out to you?
I am going to wait. Yeah, I'm going to take up the flank of
19.
everything.
Slides open like butter. You and Hope now have access to her room in that hallway.
Oh, hi,
Like
Cat.
literally through this door open, I see you guys walk through. I'm like, oh, hey guys.
With Gad standing there, you now know that hallway also connects to that balcony outside that he was talking about.
Yeah. I will go and pick up my stuff.
All right, everybody's
I
got
start
their
trying to-
gear back.
I start trying to push these guys over so that way we can make our way toward where everyone else is.
Veto is trying to
Oh.
herd everyone towards that balcony. What are we doing, party?
I don't know what. I don't like what Nimnill's measuring over there.
He wants
I
to
put-
die. I mean, I think that's the
I have-
answer. But what are we doing?
Like I am actually pushing Nimnill back, just pushing him back.
Yeah,
and
he's
getting
pushing him through the doorway. Come on,
Nimnill,
buddy.
Veto
Okay.
is pushing you through that door.
As Veto gets Nimnill pushed almost completely through the door, Nimnill manages to line of sight cast Bonfire
God,
on the stairway leading up.
God, wow.
self
God damn it.
With the entire party size, it says, damn it, when you do something, bro.
Nimnill, out of character. You're lucky that Hope is so nice. You would be dead right now. Literally be dead.
Well,
Oh,
luckily,
that's-
Hope doesn't see this happen.
Yeah,
She's on the
yeah,
complete
Hope's on
other side of the
opposite side.
building.
Yeah.
No, I mean, like, he's lucky that it's like, if Hope found out or whatever, like,
Oh yeah, yeah. No.
he's lucky that
We're in a.
he's lucky.
We're going to fucking dungeon.
So we're lighting the stairs on fire of this really nice bathhouse. That's what you're telling me?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
am
Alright.
covering his mouth, stopping him from being able to finish.
Oh,
wait,
oh,
does that
we're
work? Does that
interrupting
work?
the verbal casting.
I-
Give me a God. What would this check even be for covering his mouth?
Grapple?
That's
Would I
really
roll
could be-
How
arcane
do I do
and
a
he would
kiss
roll a sleight of hand?
I would
Yeah,
say
you don't
that
kiss
would
him.
have
You
to-
don't
you
roll
have to
anything,
beat
Nimnill.
spell save DC. in order
The
to try to
spell
beat
save
that.
DC. Oh, because he's trying to block it. I like
He's
that. I
trying to
like
block
that. We
it.
can do that. So give me a D20 roll for a. No, give me a Dex. It's a
A
Dex
Dex
check. Give me a Dex check.
Yeah.
Is that Nimnill?
Who, me or him?
Him. You already cast bonfire. You're not doing
Fuck.
shit here.
5.
Oh, he failed.
You
I
mother-
mean, he tries to reach for Nimnill's mouth, but Nimnill's so fast with those words. Bonfire, and the stairs are engulfed in flames.
Can we get a moniker here?
Of this
It's a
really
marker
nice
right here.
bathhouse, and this owner was
Oh,
so
yeah.
nice
Wait,
to you.
can I just
There
Oh,
we
say
the
go.
bad
really quick?
news is that as big as he thought this fire was going to be, I mean, it's literally only, this is a large, nice, grandiose staircase, and the fire is taking up like a third of it. Yeah, that
So,
happened.
so everyone down
Oh,
like,
okay, okay.
just turns
I
their
see you.
attention.
Just why?
Do they get a turn of confusion at least for being like, why is there even a fire right there?
I mean, you don't know what's going on downstairs necessarily. The whole group is focused on that hallway right now.
Yeah.
Beto had basically shoved Nimnill through the door as Nimnill cast that bonfire. I believe Farcon's right behind him. Are we all moving out onto the balcony? What's happening on the balcony?
How far down is the drop?
It's like you're on a second story, so you're looking. I mean, this is a nice place. It's got high ceilings. You're looking at like probably 9 feet, a 9-foot drop.
Oh,
I was
10,
15.
10 11 max. It's not bad. There's also from the
I need
edge
you to
of
be
the.
more accurate than that. I need to either 9 or 11.
We're gonna go with 11 now. From the edge of the balcony out.
You DM, you asshole.
From
Damn.
from the edge of the balcony out, there is a pool 10 feet away.
Okay,
does look
athletic
shallow,
check.
though.
I'm gonna
It
jump
looks
into
like
the
a
pool.
shallow pool. I'll be
How
honest.
deep is the pool?
You know, it's
Doesn't
hard
matter.
to gauge from this height, but you're looking at probably 4 or 5 feet.
I ran
Yeah,
and jumped in.
I'm good. Oh my.
Yep.
Nimnill jumps into the pool. He lands. Well, give me an acrobatic check. You know, why not?
Because that's the way it should be done. Athletics or acrobatics?
I want acrobatics.
Acrobatics.
Oh, I want
You're floating
acrobatics.
through the air, brother.
Boom!
I mean, Nimnill leaps over that thing with the flourish of a well-trained ballerina doing a plie in the air as he
Honestly,
gracefully lands
okay.
in the water on
That's
the ground floor below.
Gad's kind of impressed by it.
It was
Seeing that
impressive.
distance.
It was
pretty solid.
impressive.
Meanwhile, this stairwell's on fire. Is the fire spreading, by the way?
I mean, it's only been a few seconds.
I'm slowly
I'd say that was
moving
like
because
one
I
turn,
did
4 to 6 seconds.
I did horrible on my last check.
Following his Nimnill's lead, God's going to turn to the others behind him. Hope and Veto here, or no, not Veto. Is Veto or Ellendeer next to me?
That's Ellendeer.
Going-
I get
I'm going-
their tokens mixed up too.
Yeah,
It's
they
a
look,
problem.
they look
am-
similar.
I'll adjust my.
Eh, I'll say
later.
I hope you both have a way down, and with that, I'm gonna step back and then acrobatics off.
Give me an
And
Okay.
acrobatics check, sir.
I am
I'm
trying
not
to
going
push
for the pool. I'm
Farcon
just
forward.
going on the land.
You're not going for the pool. You're just going for a graceful landing below. Give me an acrobatics,
Yes, yes.
sir.
I'm really messed up right now.
12.
Why are you so messed up? Your last
I
roll
rolled
was
no.
okay.
I rolled a 9.
Oh, you
my
did
last
another
one.
con save. Okay, yeah. Farcon is nearly falling asleep on his hooves there. Gad's landing is not as graceful as Nimnill's. There was no ballerina flourish. He lands on his feet, but he may have sprained an ankle. Give me
What are
a
you talking
1d.
about? No. I'm a monk.
You landed a 12. You landed a 12 on the
I'm a monk,
acrobatic
though.
check, jumping 11 feet from.
I'm pretty
a floor.
sure I get a benefit for like range jumps and not taking damage from
No,
falling.
not yet.
That's
No,
level
level
4,
four.
good sir. You're not
Yeah,
level
next
4
level
yet.
we get slow
God
fall.
damn it, you fucking.
I know.
Fuck you guys and your metagaming. Shut the fuck up and let me talk to the DM alone.
No.
He's like, I could have sold that shit, man. Give me a
Hopefully.
1d8 roll there.
1d8?
Yeah, 1d8. That's what I said, sir.
That seems a little high for a sprained ankle.
That's
How to
normal.
roll a
I am
fail.
determining how bad the sprain is. It could just be a
clearly have
1.
not sprained your ankle lately.
The older you get, the worse it gets. I got news for you.
I don't see it. You could have. There it is. To everyone. A 4.
All right, you got 4 points of damage. That ankle, I mean, it hurt.
I told
It
you it was
hurt.
for damage. God damn it.
It hurt, but you're moving on all right. Out of there. But that was a painful landing.
There's a little bit of water on the ground, and as I land, my ankle just. And I'm like,
It
oh,
is a bathhouse, there are puddles and such about. You're definitely wondering to yourself if you should have aimed for the water like Nimnill. Hope.
Didn't wanna get
Now
wet.
Hope jumps over that rail and her wings kind of open behind her, and with the grace of Nimnill, as though she's a well-trained ballerina, she just, gracefully floats down to the ground.
I call out to Ellendeer.
Who?
Veto calls out to Elendir, trying to get him back to sweat. And Vesta, and trying to get the rest of it, trying to get some help and attention back here.
Right.
But mainly Elendir, because I want him to try and lock this door.
Where are those guys downstairs at?
So back behind you, you definitely hear a scream, and you think it's probably Sariel, as you know the stairs are engulfed in fire.
Okay.
I'm trying to get Elendir over here to lock this door behind us.
You've got an
Yeah,
Elendir
alright.
there with you.
And
Is the inside? Is this a lock from both sides, or is there a
Yes,
latch on this
there is a
side?
lock on both sides.
All right. So he's gonna pull out his thieves' tools, and he's gonna get to getting, and that's gonna be a 22.
You lock it.
Okay.
These doors are nothing for you.
He gives a thumbs up to Veto.
Veto.
Would you stop
Yeah,
it
move.
right now?
I'm making sure I can hold concentration on the spell. So 60 feet away.
But it's a different elevation. So you have to
Don't
incorporate
tempt me.
Pythagorean's theorem and do the hypotenuse of that distance.
A square
Yeah,
plus
but it's-
three
it's-
square.
Luckily
equals
for you,
amper.
Veto is not there for you to discuss this with.
I'm working my way. How messed up is Farcon right now?
Farcon is
Yeah.
looking really sleepy. Like he might fall over in this hallway. You definitely want to get his ass out of this hallway.
We're the lowest
This
guy with
is
the rope.
gonna try to drag him out.
I'm going to
Yeah, okay.
I'm gonna smack him on his horse ass. Trying to how do I roll an unarmed smack? There
Give
it
me
is.
all right.
I think it's a D4 being with a strength modifier, I believe is
You
the
should have an
unarmed.
unarmed strike.
I
on your
see it, I
character
found
sheet,
it.
shouldn't you? Yeah.
Sleight of hand.
So do I need to roll a hit on him? But
Yeah,
can
you
he-
do. Yeah, you do.
Survival.
If I miss
Nature.
22, does that
You
hit
smack
your-
that centaur ass, baby. Give me a
Alright,
four
damage
damage.
roll. 4 damage. Farcon, you take 4 damage, but you are jolted back awake. You just got slapped on the ass.
Well, it's better than suffering 10 feet of fall damage.
You were lucky.
I am-
that
It's actually
I
not
am
better. That was the same amount
somewhat
of damage.
awake.
Chad is giving me the other data.
I mean,
Anyways,
you
we're-
slapped that ass.
and
Daddy.
translate. So we gotta move.
Hey, Borscht?
Yes, sir.
OOC question.
Okay.
Are there doors on the first floor that lead to this area?
Just a moment. I do need to do some map updating.
Say, like, these doors here? Fuck
Yeah.
you idiots. I fucking hate this shit. We should have just killed him. That's okay. Hopefully they'll come up the stairs and get some burn damage.
All right, so the guys that are downstairs, there's just 2 maps side by side here on y'all's screens. So I'm moving the people that are already downstairs over, just so that they're on the bottom floor and can see the doors associated with the bottom floor. All right, what are we doing? Elendir is still inside, back in the lounge there. Veto, Farcon, and Vesta are all kind of on the edge of the balcony looking down at the pool. Nimnill is in that pool, and Hope and Elendir are standing on the far side of it.
Wait, I thought you said that Ellen was back in the lounge.
Hope,
back
Hope
up.
and Gad are standing on the far side of it. Thank you, my bad.
How deep does this pool look? Does it look
That looks a
deeper?
little bit more shallow, like that's more of a fountain than the actual pool that people probably used to bathe and soak in before it. So the fountain's a bit more shallow than this lower rectangle that Nimnill is in and that Hope and Gad are standing on the side of. That
Okay.
part's about 4 or 5 feet deep.
Since
What
we're
about-
not in combat
What
yet,
about these? How
The plant-
Those
are these
planters?
raised? Yeah, are
Yeah,
they
they're raised about a foot and a half, I would say. So your drop goes from 11 feet to 9.5 feet.
Okay.
God damn it! I should have rolled
And-
played
and-
hanging off the side and then dropped.
Does this look like it would hold my weight?
It looks like a pretty sturdy roof. This is a very nice establishment.
Okay.
It was
So-
until it got caught on fire.
I'm going to climb out on the roof and then try and land right there.
Give me an acrobatics roll. Though by lowering the total height you jumped, I will reduce the DC for you.
Acrobatics.
And you know, the fact that you're a freaking monk centaur.
Yes. Damn it! Damn it! Damn it! Damn it! Damn it!
Roll a 1d8, please. Farkon attempts to make a very smart maneuver, but just bust ass into that planter, and he flattens the pretty flowers and plants that are planted there. Not only is this place now on fire, but the landscaping is getting destroyed. Farkon takes 6 points of damage on top of the 4 he already took from Veto's insanely hard ass slap.
The roof tiles are all fucked up by a horse. Oh my god.
What are we doing? We still have Veto, Vesta, and Ellendir upstairs.
I want to
Clock
catch
is
a
ticking.
fireball.
Tell me about the
Fireball
south
door
door.
right here.
The south door is open.
All right, what do I see inside, please, sir?
It's a storage closet, cleaning supplies. You know, the stuff that you would expect to find
Hey.
at a spa, a bathhouse.
Do I see any aprons, any staff apparel in this room?
There's not apparel in this room. You're looking more at buckets, mops, rags.
Okay.
What the fuck is going on right now? I thought I was the crazy one.
All right, Ellendir would like to pick up a couple things, including a bucket, as well as other cleaning utensils.
Okay.
He's gonna flip up his hood.
Okay.
Are these baths out and about, full of water?
Which
Okay.
ones? What are we talking
Screen?
about?
Like if I was to go on.
The staff have been in and out of the rooms. These top 4 luxury rooms were the ones that your party was using, and the staff have been in and out, cleaning them. So the baths are currently empty. There's been staff intermittently coming in and out until all this commotion and the stairs being set on fire throughout the day since you all left the rooms and went to the lounge.
Okay.
Do it. Sneak by them so we can see where they're at.
I appreciate
yeah,
the thought,
Nimnill is
Ellendir,
going
but you're
to-
not putting it out.
Ellendir is going to carry a bunch of cleaning supplies and with him to make it look as if he is working in the establishment. He's going to have his maybe he won't have his hood up, but he's going to try to hide his pointed ears. Is this entire staircase engulfed, or are we still saying it's about a third?
As you look down over the staircase, you notice that fire is spreading. Unfortunately, smoke is filling the
fully
room.
engaged?
It is rising in the ceiling where you are. It may be getting a little difficult to breathe there, especially since one of the northbound hallway is locked shut.
Fuck it. Give me 1 second here. All right.
I thought both
Looking at the
doors
maps.
were unlocked.
They relocked. Veto had Ellendir relock the door on that side in hopes of.
Just that north one though,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
Not
that's
one
the
to
only
the
one
lounge.
you did.
Right. It was just
Alright.
that north one was the only one that was locked.
And this one over here is locked.
Which one were?
that
That one is locked. Yes.
All right, he ain't got time to fuck with that, so he's going to come over here.
Lock this door.
No,
Which door? What are we talking about?
The only door he locked was this one at my request.
The only one he locked was that one immediately between you all and the ruffians that were sighted coming in and then yelling in the lobby.
all right. Nimnill's not Nimnill. Get your fucking name off my token. Ellendir is going to motion for the other two to jump down. Ellendir, not Veto, is going to be the last man standing up on the balcony.
All right, Veto and Vesta, what are we doing?
I am going to grab onto the side here and lower myself down instead of jumping.
Yeah.
Well, ain't that fancy? Give me an athletics check.
I literally said that. I'm like, that's how I should have done it. But
13.
Come on.
You managed to get down okay.
bro, I rolled a 12.
Yeah, but you jumped. The
Uh-oh.
DC's different.
Fair enough.
I
You
lost
lost
myself.
yourself in the shadow, didn't you? There you go, buddy.
Yeah.
All right, Vesta, what are we doing?
Yes. Vesta's gonna follow suit and try to drop down.
All
Uh,
right, give me an. Are you doing the
I'm
same?
I'm
Like,
Yeah,
reach up
dropping
and
down,
help.
not jumping.
give me an athletics check as well, then.
I'm gonna reach
I-
up and
Wait,
help
you have
Captain.
wings?
All right, you're gonna try and help him down. All right, all right.
Yeah, I'll give him assist.
You want to roll a strength check for me?
Do it.
I'm good at strength,
Yes, you are.
except I got a 5.
No, you
Oh,
aren't.
that's okay. 5 plus
So
11
you know
is
you
still
did reach up
8.
to help Vesta, and Vesta, seeing you trying to help him, let go early and fell on your face. Luckily, you both are doing all right.
Kobold nutsack to the face.
Yes. All right. Ellen, dear, what are we doing upstairs?
He's going to throw one of the cleaning supplies into the water, and then he's going to take a step back. He's going to run. He's going to jump up on this post here. He's going to do a front flip and land in the water.
All right, give me an acrobatics check.
Let's see if he fucks this up.
Give me an
I
acrobatics
wanna
check.
see this.
Get a 20. Get a 20.
15, baby. 15.
Not bad.
What chemicals did he just throw into the water
Not an
before
18,
he
it's not
jumped
bad.
into it?
I mean, do they have chemicals back then, or is it more of
It
those,
was like a
rag?
bucket and a rag. Yeah.
Did he land in the bucket?
He manages to land it, but that flip, it was not graceful. It looked nothing like the maneuvers that Nimnill and Hope pulled off. And he belly flops into that water, and it's bad. I mean, you hear the smack, and you all wonder, is that dude okay over there?
The
Oh, shit.
splash of him landing in the water like gets on my clothes, and I get mad because my whole goal was not to get wet. And he fucking got me wet.
All right,
If we come
gang.
back around,
You start to
Nimnill
notice that
decides
from
to
the
cast
open
Fireball on
doors,
the door.
above you, smoke is beginning to billow out of the bathhouse.
I turn what? Yeah, because Gad never saw Nimnill cast this. He was on the other side, so he has no
Fireball.
reason to suspect why there's smoke coming out.
Fireball.
You're gonna fireball a door.
Yeah, I'm
No.
gonna fireball a motherfucking door. What are you gonna do about it?
Is that a?
Why are we gonna have to pay? I don't want to pay for this bathhouse.
That's only
No,
if we get
Nimnill's
caught.
gonna have to pay, or he's off the fucking team.
You might get lucky because I rolled a 13 on that one.
The fireball
no,
hit
it's not
something.
lucky. You just don't hit the door.
Fireball. I only see fire bolt in your spell.
Is that what it
Fireball
is? Same
That's a
difference.
Fire
sorcerer's
bolt
burst.
cantrip.
Oh, thank God, it's Firebolt.
What? Hold on. What does it say? It says you hurl a mote of fire at
He
a
has a
creature or
firebolt.
object
Fireball,
within
motherfucker.
range. Make
Yeah,
a ranged
Fireball's
spell
completely
attack against the
different.
target.
Yeah,
On
that's
hit,
good.
the target takes 1d fire damage. A flammable
two.
object is hit by the spell ignites. If it isn't being water carried,
I'm
I
seeing
can
that you
burn
cast.
shit.
I'm seeing that you cast Sorcerer's Burst.
Yeah, you
Is
did
that what I
cast
did?
Sorcerer's Burst. You didn't even click the right spell.
Oh shit, my bad. Well, let's do that right.
So,
Let's
A sparkle of magic comes from Nimnill hands, but nothing happens.
Nimnill poisons the
I
door.
can live with that. Okay.
Nimnill definitely tries to do some magic, and the door looks shiny, but
Magic
that's
is not
about it.
real. Magic is not real.
All right, what are we doing, gang?
Seeing the
there's one of
smoke
the things.
billowing out of the top floor, and that Nimnill just tried casting magic again at the door, Gad puts 2 and 2 together. Did you fucking cast Campfire?
Nimnill just sighs and says, "Are we outside or are we inside? Does it matter?"
Drop the concentration. Drop it. Drop the spell. Stop it.
I think it's a little too late
Stop
for
it.
that. The building's on
Get some
fire.
help.
It doesn't matter. I want him to stop it now.
Nimnill takes a
Hope is
long,
gonna
drawn
notice.
out sigh and then breaks concentration.
This is the consequences of your action, Nimnill, because you might get a party member killed today. Well done, bro. So,
How tall are these walls over here?
Those walls are just tall enough for privacy, but the planter garden beds on the inside are raised a bit, and you're only looking at about a 5-foot climb on this side of the wall.
We're just stuck
Oh,
inside
I
of
can
a
see over
fucking
it then.
prison.
The other side down to the ground is about 8 feet, just enough to block the line of sight of most species.
I'm gonna make my way over to Farcon.
I'm still a little fucked up from the poison.
Well, no, you're good now.
That
Yeah,
ass slap
walk away.
woke you up, bro. I mean, you might have a little bit of grogginess about you, but it has passed. You're doing all right.
There's a Veto handprint on your ass.
You do have a Veto handprint on your ass.
That
It
is
feels
canon.
a little tender to the touch. Ellendeer, what are we doing there?
I would like to sneak out here.
You're sneaking
And,
back into the place through that door? Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah, I want to sneak in the. I'm assuming their attention is all where that smoking is. So I
As
wanna
you
kinda
round that corner, you see that there is nobody inside the establishment anymore. Everyone is cleared out. That fire is huge and growing rapidly. The walls are in flames. Smoke is filling the air in the hallways.
Oh, fucking A.
Nobody knows I
Alright.
did it.
Yeah, Ellendeer's not gonna grab a bucket, and he's not gonna throw water on that. if it's that,
No.
if it's that involved, he's getting the fuck out.
It is too late for that, I'm afraid. There was a chance, and you were like on the ball with your plotting there, but you know, Nimnill
there
has
was no water.
consequences. What are we doing, gang? Gad's making his way towards Farcon. Farcon's peeking over a wall.
where
there's
is
an There's an 8-foot drop over here if you want to try and get out over here.
What are we asking?
Dude,
Hope?
we don't want to go out the same way the other guys went out. We don't want them to catch us out there, smoke us out like rats.
Yeah.
Let's get out. Let's go out the back.
Were you trying to say something, Hope, earlier?
Yeah. Are there there's no way to get inside the building again, by the way?
Ellendeer did just sneak back into the building, but there is a fire spreading rapidly, and it is filled with smoke.
Okay.
Our best bet is to go the other way.
He is going to notice this, the fire and everything, and he is going to I guess he'll probably just fly over the wall and fly down. 'Cause he
Already?
can-
So
he
you're
can-
you're gonna join the team going over this wall?
Yeah, she'll fly
out
over
the
the
back?
wall and just fly down. Yeah.
All right. Are we all going over the wall at the back?
Is the
Doesn't matter
centaur able
which
to do
side
that?
we go over. If I go over the left side, will it be any different than going over the back?
So
This
the
matters to
back
me,
there
'cause
is
I would-
still
I
a
would-
raised. There's a raised wall and bed on that back edge. It's just thinner than it is on the sides. It's much the beds are much larger on the sides, as you can see there. That wall, it's elevated about 3 feet. So the wall's only 5 feet on this side, but the drop down into an alley on the other side is about 8 feet.
All right, whatever. Well, I guess we're going over this one. Gad will take lead. He's gonna push himself over and then slowly
Help them up.
drop himself down. Not jump down, but like how what's his face did over here.
This is a much easier jump. It is not 11 feet from a second story, you know,
All right,
over
so you're
the
saying
railing of a balcony.
I can hit the ground and be fine.
You're fine, yes, sir.
Okay. I hop down.
All right.
Are these
Everybody's going
benches
over the wall?
held down?
What's that?
Are
Nimnill,
these
come
benches
on.
not locked down?
Nimnill took up a defensive position. to
benches
cover
are not-
everybody's retreat.
Both. It's a fancy wooden bench
I mean,
in
if
this
you really know we go
in
that
this
way.
garden.
Okay, I moved the bench over to the wall to make it easier to.
Are you gonna move it back? Are you gonna leave it there so they know it was moved?
They're not worried about that.
I don't think I'm worried about trying to put the bench back.
Yeah,
just
we'll be
saying,
long gone.
Okay, so he moves the bench to make the already easy climb easier.
Oh, I thought you said it was 8 foot up.
No, it's
8
5
foot
feet.
down on the
Wow.
opposite side. It's only 5 feet on the garden side.
Oh, never mind then.
Forget
I don't care
about the
about that.
bench.
I retcon the bench idea,
And just hop
and
over.
I'm gonna need help getting up there.
I
You're gonna
asked
need help.
Farkon if he's gonna need any help.
Yes. I don't
I-
have feet, I have hooves. I mean, I could jump up there, but I don't know how
I do.
how
move, I
wide
do.
are these walls.
I
Well,
do
they're
grab
trying to
the
get
bench.
Farkon over the fence. Nimnill cast Firebolt
see-
on this.
Ah, oh no,
If it is someone.
we lost the DM.
Boris
All right,
picked
so
Nimnill.
So
They're
as
having
you
a private
cross over the
conversation.
wall, you find
Oh.
a treasure hoard of 1,000 gold. Add it all into
I
your
mean-
inventory.
The DM is saying it on stream, and oh shit, I'm in Nimnill now. So I cast Firebolt on the vegetation.
Right.
Everything that wasn't in flames erupts in flames.
Is there a private
Ay,
chat?
Yeah,
Did we lose
Nimnill
it?
just pulled him,
Into...
or got pulled in. Yeah, we don't see it.
Oh.
Oh, maybe.
And so
okay, maybe they're back.
So go ahead and add 1,000 gold to all your inventories.
You're no longer DM, Ellen.
Yep.
Oh, I see. I see. Nimnill has cast Firebolt. What are we casting Firebolt at?
This door right here.
Why?
Nimnill sets a door on fire.
As a
Ellen
joke,
just
while
said-
you guys were gone, I made a joke that I'm going to cast Firebolt on everything that's not on fire. You guys come back, and yes, he cast Firebolt because I saw the spell on the list.
Well,
I'm
he
like,
was
"Fuck
doing it
this."
before we left. In the moment that he cast Firebolt, he looks weakened. He looks pained as the magic leaves his body. Nimnill, roll a 1d10.
Okay. 1d10. Hold on.
I
It's
do
happening.
move the.
It's happening.
D10. Wait, this is D100. This is D8. D6.
I do
Oh, it's
move
D10.
benches to help out.
There we go.
make it
Okay,
land.
we're helping Farkon over the wall there.
Yes, I
Those
grabbed two
fucking
benches to help
benches.
him with it.
Nimnill takes 7 points of damage as he casts Fireball and lights that door on fire.
What? Huh?
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 Who catches on fire?
The
Who
door
gets fire
caught
damage?
on fire. Nimnill looked pained and depleted as the fire left his hand, and he took 7 points of damage. You don't know. I mean, he looks like it hurt him.
Yeah.
Casting that spell hurt him.
Ellen
Nimnill,
is
everybody's
going
going over the wall.
Yep.
Hope
Well,
gracefully flew over.
Did we see
I put the
him
benches back
cast that
before I go
fireball?
over.
Was anybody looking back at the group as they crossed the wall?
I would have
I was
yelled,
mean?
already over.
"Come on, guys, we gotta go!"
Yeah.
Ellendeer was standing back. Ellendeer witnessed all of this. He's standing back there next to
Okay.
Nimnill.
I put the benches back before I hopped over, so I would
Okay.
have to have seen Sal.
Okay,
Yeah, that
Veto did
look
witness
fine.
something happen.
Okay. I didn't
Now, how
see
Veto
anything.
explains that to the rest of you, you fucking got me. But Veto saw some shit
Nimnill-
happen.
Nimnill is a practitioner of Sigma science, just like Veto.
We're not bringing Sigma Science into this. Stop
Sigma
it.
science.
fuck
exists.
me.
Sigma science exists.
I want
After
you to know that
casting the
abbreviation
fireball
is
spell
SS. So. good
And
luck with
trying
that.
to eliminate one of the
Okay.
entryways for their enemies to attack them. Nimnill staggers his way through the fountain, splashing water abruptly throughout the whole area, and then makes his way to the back wall where everybody else
Where's that?
escaped from.
Ellendeer is having a hell of a time. It is almost
Ellendeer
like he is
shrinks himself
polymorphing
into a
sizes.
black hole.
Uh,
I did
I'm
not.
sorry.
I did not
are you
pick up
going
the
over the
word-
wall with your group? You are. Okay.
Yeah, I was just waiting for Nimnill to. I'm just pulling up the rear. That's all.
So you all managed to get out into an alley behind that bathhouse, and you see the
Rats.
bathhouse just smoking and slowly being engulfed further and further in flames.
I wanted
Hope
the
is looking
private
very
membership
disappointed.
one.
So Hope is looking very disappointed at what's going on at the bathhouse. They turn to the group, and she just says simply, "I'm very disappointed." and just walk away.
And just walk away, brother. You can't just walk away yet. We haven't escaped.
Yeah, no shit.
In the alleyway behind the bathhouse, you do not notice anyone particularly there. If anything, all of the attention in this area is on the building fire from out on the main street.
Are we supposed to be seeing an alleyway right now? Or...
You are in. No, I don't have an alleyway map for you.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I did not anticipate this outcome.
happening. I understand.
Oh.
One would almost say it's chaotic, and it helps us escape, which makes it good.
Hope, are you making your way back towards the docks and the beach Leviathan?
Yep, she is.
Okay.
She is done.
And
What is the rest of our...
follows.
Gad is following. What about the rest of our party?
Just also
Also following.
It's a boat.
I'm slowly falling behind. Keeping
And I'm
an
not
eye
going to
on-
sync the map. I'm going to let you all have your map control and not mess you up.
I see a boat.
Everyone follows the party back towards the docks.
Yeah.
I see a
I am
boat.
going to make my way to the Hall of Justice to see Botsman.
Yes, I'm gonna do that too. That's a good idea.
You're gonna
Okay,
see
so
who?
two of the party
Botsman?
members split off to head for the Hall of Justice rather than back. Gad, Hope, Nimnill, Ellendir, and Vesta, are we all headed up the docks towards the beach Leviathan?
Yes.
I'd like to roll an insight check to understand the looks on the faces of the two that split off from the group, to understand why they split off the group.
You could
Well,
just
the person
ask
that Veta
them.
named is not real, so I'm not sure what he's doing.
Alright, fine, I'll fucking find his stupid name.
Elm?
So you are going to the Hall of Justice, though, just
Hall of
not looking
Justice.
for your bat goat friend of your imagination.
Botsman is just, look,
That's
he's
what
a
you
friend
call
of-
the guy that trained you, is what you're telling me.
Yeah, he's Botsman.
Okay.
Yes.
You can roll
Hold
an
on.
insight check on your companions as they leave if you like. I don't care.
One for
Jordan.
each,
Okay,
one
I'm gonna go find
each one.
Jordan.
One for them each.
At first, I thought you said
Jorgen. That's right, Jorgen.
First
They
one,
looked like they
Jorvetto.
looked like they always do to you.
Jorgen? You
And
mean
the
Joe
second
Rogan?
is-
If anything, as they departed, they both gave you a look to just be like, "The fuck is wrong with you, bro?"
I'm gonna.
I
I'm gonna
want to be
be like,
nowhere
I'm going
near
to the
them.
Hall of Justice. I need to go do some training. Like I'm gonna tell.
Leviathan, I need a drink.
Gad wants a
So-
drink. So Vesta, are you with the rest of this crew? These five are moving up the docks.
Yes.
All right. As you all approach, heading up the docks here,
Willow's outside talking to someone.
you son of a
Very
bitch, shut your
conspicuous.
goddamn mouth. As you all make your
Perception
way up the docks, it is much busier. Every time you've really walked this path before, it's either late at night, early morning, but right now the docks are just bustling with activity. There's people everywhere. There's a stray cat hoping to get some fish you just walked by. We're making our way up, and as you start to approach the northern edge of those docks where the beach Leviathan is, you hear a bit of a commotion, and you happen to see a dragonborn and a tiefling berating a small gnome, kind of shoving him, accusing him of being terrible at his job. You're such a worthless, scrawny piece of crap. You can't even pull your own weight on these docks.
Nimnill quickly jumps in between the three, pushing the two bigger ones away from the small one, and asking
Dad
what the
continues
issue is
walking.
here.
So Nimnill was in the back of the group. What are Gad and Vesta? Well, Ellendir and Vesta in our formation were closer towards the front, and then I believe it was Gad, Hope, and then Nimnill.
Okay, so it's turn-based based on who's closest.
It's not necessarily turn-based, but there was a formation that we just discussed back at the bathhouse, where
So I
Nimnill.
can't just push past everybody.
You have to give everyone a moment to react here, and I'm trying to provide that.
Hold on now. It's not my fault that I'm quicker on the reaction time.
Yes, it is.
You are a murder hobo. What are you talking about?
If we let you react, there'd be a bonfire between.
Given that you just burnt down the nicest bathhouse in the city, they
Hold
might
on, hold
have
on.
a problem with you
Would
shoving
we-
past them to go get
Wait, wait,
involved in whatever social altercation is happening.
Who
We are all
actually
gonna
knows
go
I
on
did the
fucking hook with
bonfire though?
What?
Everyone
Who
does,
actually? Who? Yeah.
literally
The
everyone.
whole party knows you did.
Everyone knows.
I saw
bro.
you try to cast magic the first time and put 2D2 together with the smoke coming out that you cast campfire before. Because I told you, I'm like, you can wait here and hold campfire. Like, you can cast campfire
Insight
later.
check.
The only two that saw him do it was a drowsy Farcon and a Veto that could not cover his mouth.
Yeah, and I saw him trying to cast magic at the door and failing.
All right, so what are we doing as we progress up the docks and we see this social altercation happening with this gnome?
I
Hope is
do not
going.
want to take part.
Elendil will observe as he's approaching, just to kind of get more of the situation before he reacts. But sounds like Nimnill's gonna Leroy Jenkins the incident.
Yeah.
Really, Leroy
Go.
Jenkins?
It's gonna walk up to the group, DM.
Yep.
And going to say in Inferno to the tiefling. May I ask what is going on here?
The tiefling turns to Hope. It's none of your fucking business.
I see, but isn't this
That's not nice.
person? Isn't this person here? You all are basically belittling him. Is that
He's
Wait,
local. Of
okay.
course we're belittling him. What's it to you?
Is this the way that we want?
Hearing that, Gad gets mad because Vesta's
wait,
in the
wait.
party and he is also
Yeah.
little. So he starts
You
fuming.
Persuasion check on Hope.
Vesta also steps close to like.
Wait, guys, you do not understand this unless you understand Inferno. This is all in Inferno.
They're
You never
speaking common.
specified that.
Oh,
Yeah,
you're
you never
speaking.
specified.
You're speaking infernal to the tiefling. Okay.
Yeah.
But you never
Okay, that was-
specified that.
You never.
I did clarify that.
Just now.
Literally.
Yes.
No, before I said I would be speaking to him in Inferno. I said to him in Inferno.
You can retcon it. That's fine.
I didn't catch it. I do believe he said it. But it's inconsequential. We'll go with that for now. But you two
I thought he
can
said in
start to
front.
take an interest based on the tone of what's going on here. That's fine.
Why is my
Perhaps you
my
notice
cat
that it is a
blocked?
shorty that's being berated, and you feel the need to step up for your party shorty. That's cool. What's where were we, Hope? Or where are others interrupting? What's going on?
She would say to
Josh, thank you for the nickel. I always appreciate it.
Is this the way that you wish for everyone to see
I
us?
missed it on the
as our
initial thing,
race?
but I need to get these. I need to get alerts set up.
Is
People
this
already
the way
see
that
our
you
race
wish-
in a terrible light.
Yes,
But
and you
thank
wish
you then
to
for
advance
the
that
5
even more?
days.
He looks
Persuasion
thoughtfully for a
check.
minute. Give me a persuasion check, please.
I will do such.
Come on, 120.
You said
persuasion?
Persuasion.
persuasion. All right, persuasion.
Now, while Hope is speaking in Infernal with the tiefling, the Dragonborn is shoving his finger repeatedly down into the gnome's chest, saying, "You're too fucking small to pull your own weight."
And that's in common.
That is in common.
Gad
What's it
grips
in common
his
with?
staff a little bit tighter. His knuckles are becoming white.
All right.
Just let me know when it's
Yes.
Nimnill's turn.
Also, Vesta would try and get in between the Dragonborn and the gnome. Like,
I hate rolls like this sometimes. It's
Vesta
fine.
squeezes in. Hope, the tiefling looks unconvinced,
Of course she does.
though with the party
It's
squeezing
fine.
in on the situation a little bit. Let's see, between the two of you and Vesta squeezing in the middle, give me an intimidation check.
Who's this? Hope?
Vesta squeezed in between the gnome and the dragonborn that was poking him in the chest.
23.
I mean, something about this kobold just stepping in there and flexing. And And suddenly the Dragonborn and the Tiefling both look quite deflated. And they just kind of shove their way past you all and go back to their business working the docks. The gnome smiles over at Vesta and is thank you so much.
Push him in
Couldn't
the
have been
water.
a dwarf, had to be a gnome.
No, push him in the water.
Can't let people push you around just because they're taller than you.
As Nimnill pushes him into the
I won't have to worry about it with good folks like you around. Thank you.
If he only knew half the story about this group.
As this altercation comes to an end, you do notice at the beached Leviathan that Willow is standing outside, not engaged in conversation, thank you very much, and has been watching the entire encounter.
What's going on with the Hall of Justice?
Well, I don't know right now because they split off from the group. I don't care.
Sons of bitches.
Damn.
I am smacking Fark
I don't
on
give
the
a shit
ass
about
left
the
and
Hall
right.
of Justice right now, bro. We'll get there, whatever. They decided to go off and do some other shit. Not my problem. So you notice that
side eyes the gnome and asks, "What was that about? Why did they become aggressive towards you?"
You're asking that to the guy we just saved, the little...
Yeah, I'm asking that to the guy we just saved.
they didn't think I was working hard enough. They can carry more than I can.
Okay, satisfied with
I'd
the
like to roll
answer.
insight
Nimnill
on him,
ignores
actually.
it.
You want to roll insight on the gnome?
Yes.
I already
Okay.
rolled insight on the gnome. I got
Yeah,
an
but you
18.
didn't say anything. You just go and roll dice all the time. You rolled an intimidation check when Vesta did. Bro, you have to tell me what's going on. There's a way that these things work. Hope is rolling insight.
Fine, whatever.
As far as you can tell, the gnome's being straightforward and honest about the situation.
Okay.
Hope rolled a nat 3 with a +4 for everybody there.
God damn it.
So,
I should have said something.
So Willow, who has, as I said, watched the altercation, starts to step forward. Again, this is pretty much right out front of the beached Leviathan, and she gives Vesta a wide smile before she walks up to Ellendir. And as far as everyone can tell, she begins to speak in very mundane language with Ellendir about the dock workers, about the weather, about his companion Nimnill, who often smells like shit.
What's that? These can.
Okay, first of all, Nimnill is 100% bathed, and his clothes are too. So, I mean, come on. Low blow.
Is he though?
He is. He washed his own clothes in the bathwater, and then after they changed the bathwater, DM can confirm, he took a bath. And while y'all were gib-gobbling over all the treasures that you won over the night, Nimnill also did not try to take any treasures because he's not greedy. He bathed all the poop off of himself as he dipped himself under the water, washed his hair. Wait, in the fresh water.
Yeah, which became
DM
poop
can
water because you
confirm.
had poop on
Right. After he bathed. Right. That's how that works.
You said you were in the first room. You then bought a set and you washed your clothes in the first room. Had a nap.
Right.
Got a second room.
No.
Then took a
No, he didn't get a second room.
DM, can we have some clarification on this, please?
DM's not in here.
He's doing the separate shit.
Farkon is our DM.
Yeah.
What? No.
Yeah.
Oh, just wait.
According to Stream, I'm Nimnill. Nimnill is Gad, and Farkon is Dungeon Master. So whatever Farkon says, goes.
Wait, then who am I? Who is Gad?
No, he's doing a private session right now. He did that to Nimnill earlier.
Hope is Farkon.
So what needs to happen is that Nimnill, heavenly fire comes down from above and completely and utterly obliterate your corpse. You're dead.
Okay, so OOC, I'll let you guys in on a little thing. So OOC, when you guys were bathing, he was washing his clothes, and then we all slept at the same time. And then when everybody woke up, Nimnill had paid another 5 gold to have the water changed, and then he took a bath while y'all were trifling over the gear that the treasure that you found. Okay. After that, there was a private session where his packed celestial talked to him when he was shooting the fireball. That happened when both of us, the DM and myself, left the room. And then just now, no, it didn't change. It didn't change. There was role play behind it, but it doesn't matter. That's not just beside the point. What were we talking about? We're talking about this gnome, right?
But before that,
I don't really know.
You paid 5 gold for a room that cost like 1 or 2.
Yeah,
you did. I know. I totally got bugged out.
You paid a private room cost for a common room.
I'm aware that I paid extra for them just to clean the tub and fill it with hot water. I'm fully aware of that.
I mean, the place is not there no more.
I mean, yeah, we're gonna have to find. I hope you're gonna have to find us a new bathhouse.
And... No, she's not. She is never taking you all out again. No.
After, as far as all of you are able to tell, Willow and Ellendir finish discussing the weather. She gives Vesta another keen smile and an approving nod, glancing over the gnome, and she goes into the beach Leviathan. What's that there, Hope?
I would go in after her, actually. I would go in too.
After her, as in like you're going like
into the beach Leviathan. He's following her in. Hope is following her into the establishment.
But not like following her.
As in like intent
going
to
in.
talk to her.
It's not Nimnill, guys.
Oh my god, guys!
I followed Willow.
We're getting a whole lot of Nimnill going on tonight.
Anyway,
all right. So, are we all making our way into the beach Leviathan?
Yeah.
Everybody but Nimnill. Nimnill's gonna linger behind by the gnome.
Nimnill's lingering outside on the docks by the gnome. Everybody else works their way. What?
I wanted to see what he's gonna do with the gnome.
So Veto's staying behind with Nimnill and the gnome.
No. I just wanted to watch it as the player act. Veto is not at the.
Oh, Veto's gone. Okay. So it's just Nimnill and the gnome.
That's a good. Nimnill and...
Oh god, here we go.
What's up, Nimnill?
Yeah,
the gnome's kind of looking over you wearily as you kind of look like a freak.
Okay, I got an idea. Nimnill slowly makes this. Am I locked? You locked me.
I have not locked you.
It's locked. I can't move it.
I swear to God, it's unlocked. I don't know what's wrong with you.
All right. Well, imagine Nimnill making his way to the front of the gnome, and then saying to the gnome, "Are you sure that's what it was all about? You sure it's not about something else? Persuasion check, please."
All right, roll me a persuasion check.
Why do you say it like you're like persuasion check, please? Like,
damn it.
The gnome just looks up at you and rolls his eyes and is like, "I'm gonna take that kobold's advice. You can't boss me around, mister." And he just kind of walks down towards the docks to do his work.
It was a persuasion check, not an intimidation check. He wasn't trying to boss anybody around. He was trying to be nice.
It didn't sound very nice.
He should have bossed him around. Okay.
You should work. You should work on your nice talk. I'm just saying. So with that, you go into the beach Leviathan as well.
Yes. That's
okay.
finished.
Cool. He's in the beach Leviathan.
I was hoping he was just going to overboard.
So meanwhile, I don't have any maps or stuff for it because I didn't expect two guys to just peel off and go to the Hall of Justice. But as Farcon and Veto approach the Hall of Justice, there is a courtyard outside, now familiar to them. Gad and Hope might have a vague idea about it, as they are locals. Well, Gad semi-local, but Hope local of Neverwinter. The Hall of Justice is a large church or temple to the god Tyr, and there's a courtyard outside where previously Farkon and Veto met some members of the Lord's Alliance and met a fella named Jorgen. I cannot remember his last name at the moment. Who I want to say was a retired captain of the Lord's Alliance.
Yeah. I think so.
Who helped with some combat training. As you approach, he, as you found him last time, is engaged in coaching two guys that are just going at it and beating the crap out of each other. What are we doing, Joe?
Okay. I was looking for him.
I'm gonna go up to the. I'm guessing they're in the ring.
Yeah,
two
yeah,
guys fighting.
it's like a training ring. The guys
Okay.
fighting are in the middle, and
I'm gonna go up
Jorgen
to
standing
the-
off to an edge near the weapons racks.
Yeah, I'm gonna go up to Jorgon and be like, "I'm
Jorgen.
back. We're both back."
Jorgen Sunderfish.
Can we
Jorgen
get the right
Sunderfist
map?
turns around to
Watch it.
see Veto and Farkon, and he says, my friends, the ones that trained and sold us the weapons. How are you doing this fine afternoon?
Can we get the map to match
Doing
what's
very
going on in
well.
the story?
There's no map.
Yeah, there's nothing for us. We're going off the script.
No, I get that, but there has to be some kind of map, right? I mean, this place is canon.
It's in your head. The map is
You're
in your
my
head.
You are
I
in
mean,
the
maybe
theater
not
of the
yours.
mind. All right, so what's up, Veto?
Wanted to see about selling off a few more weapons that I had picked up. I have ensured they're in perfect condition, and wanted to pick up another weapon. I am searching for a warhammer.
Oh, you lads brought us some more goodies, did you?
No, well,
did.
not me this time. I'm actually here to train. He's here to sell the weapon, so it's opposite of last time.
Oh, well, get in the ring there, Centaur, man! And he gives you a slap on the haunches, and he happens to hit that same tender
Ow.
spot on your ass.
Ow! Did you not see the red mark already there?
Oh, sorry, I wasn't. Why is your ass red?
We ran into an issue, and I had to. One of my fellow teammates slapped me on the butt, and it hurts.
He wasn't
But
But I'll
moving fast.
survive.
He wasn't moving fast enough as I rubbed my hand from the impact.
Oh, it was you! My training paid off, did it?
Yes, indeed.
What kind of
Wonderful.
training is he getting over there?
You don't need
You know what kind?
You don't need to know what kind of training I'm getting in over.
All right, so he motions
I-
for Farkon to jump in the ring there.
I will walk around to the entrance and hop in.
All right, Farkon gets in there and starts sparring with the two guys that are having a bit of a battle. And Veto, what are we looking to sell? Our friend Jorgen motions. Was it a gnome? Again, I don't have the Hall of
remember.
Justice notes for what we did last time, but there was a gnome or a halfling.
I think it's a halfling.
He motions for the same guy that helped you last time to come on over.
Yeah.
And the short fella approaches and is like, "Oh, you got more goodies for me, do you?"
Yes, I am giving him. I am pulling out a dagger, quarterstaff, and short sword in perfect condition.
A dagger, quarterstaff, and short sword in perfect condition. Why, how do you keep these things so shiny there, fella?
Oh, it's just been it's been something I learned. I have these rocks, and I just rub my rocks on them, and things get better.
He looks at you up and down and ponders for a moment, kind of glancing at your crotch. You rub your rocks on
Oh
him.
my goodness.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
pull
and it
my
makes
pull
it
my rocks
better.
out, and
Deception check.
then things are then just like my armor, the dents go away. Any
You didn't
dings or
tell me
anything.
this last time. I don't know if I want to buy them if you're getting
I
your
pulled-
rocks off on him there, fella.
I pulled a rock.
Sure.
I pulled the two rocks out of my component pouch,
Oh, Minden, I see now. You're one of them sorcerer fellas.
What? No.
No?
I've just been able to
Recoils
fix
in
stuff. I just been able to fix stuff I found.
I'm turning over. It's like he doesn't believe in magic.
You don't believe in
thinks it's
magic?
Science. He thinks it's science.
It is
Please
science.
don't
What do
get
you mean?
into it. Please don't get into it with him because it's gonna. I don't know how long you have. I'm pretty sure you're busy, so please don't.
You're coming to the Temple of Tyr, and you're speaking blasphemy about not believing in magic. The short fella just looks absolutely aghast. Jorgen is now turning and raising an eyebrow.
Got quiet.
It's science. It's everything has an explanation.
Oh yeah, it's the power of the gods.
The explanation, Jorgen turns, the explanation is simple. It's the gods. It's the weave. It's Mistra. It's Tyr.
You better just silent everything.
Hold on, we're getting into this. Let me get my spell sheet open. Hold on.
Let me open up Chat GPT.
Yeah, I don't know that I like that angle. Come on, give me your character. Don't go tune to AI for it.
I use the AI to help me keep on track with my with my stuff. Okay.
Persuasion check.
You see, while many people believe in gods and magic and all of these supernatural phenomena, everything is able to be explained through just applications
Supernatural
of
phenomenon. Look, he points off into the distance towards the harbor, where the Moonstone Mask is literally on a giant chunk of Earth, floating in the fucking air.
magnetism.
Magnetism. The fuck is magnetism?
So, have you noticed that sometimes when holding iron, how it wants to gravitate and it wants to move itself to another piece of iron or another piece of metal?
Jorgen spits on the ground. We got no business with a blasphemer. And turns his back on you.
Persuasion check.
No, I'm not allowed to use persuasion.
Also, stop coaching him. This is his roleplay, brother.
The ghost of Nimnill. Rolls persuasion.
No, I would assume that if I was allowed to use persuasion, that I would be allowed to use persuasion. But Morse never lets me use persuasion. You
didn't ask to roll anything. You're having a conversation, and these are religious people training at a god's temple, and they are unimpressed with your blasphemy.
Well, then, can I roll to be persuasive with my stuff?
You can try. I
Oh,
mean,
there's
don't be
allowed-
angry when the DC's high, given the circumstances and the setting.
Deception.
It's not some bum on the street you're trying to convince in an alley. You're literally
18,
convincing a
therefore
retired captain. He raises an eyebrow and turns back around, at least still listening as you prattle on.
Explaining how the... I'm explaining how the principles of principles of science, kinetic energy, just kind of the basics of things existing in a way that people are unable to.
I'll tell you what, if I buy your shit, will you shut the fuck up?
Yes.
All right, what are you trying to sell again?
Dagger, quarterstaff, and a short sword, all in perfect condition. And I'm seeking to purchase a warhammer.
The small gnome kind of stares at you, clearly disgruntled, but giving over to to Jorgen's leadership. He says, I'll give you 1 gold. I'll give you 1 gold for the dagger, 1 gold for the quarterstaff, and 3 gold for the short sword. The warhammer's gonna cost you, and he looks you up and down, 20.
Can I?
So that
barter with
equates
it?
to 15 with the amount you sell.
Can I? I want to try and haggle the price down on the hammer a little bit.
All right. Give me your haggle. I want to hear it.
What did you say the price was? 20 gold?
It was 20, but you were making 5 off the things you're selling.
Yeah. Well, so how about 18?
That's your haggle?
Persuasion.
Did you say, and how about 18 to him? That's the best you got? You're haggling not even at a market, but at a god's temple with some members of the Lord's Alliance who think you're a blasphemer? And you're just going to say, how about 18?
No,
That's him telling you it's a high
I'm done.
DC.
What was that there, Beto?
Whatever. I'm done. I'm not. There's no point in me haggling. I'm not going to get nothing.
I just want to hear your haggle, man. I want to hear the role play. I want to. What is your convincing line? You know, I'm not trying to be a bastard. When I play a bard in Ellendir's game, I shout crazy insults at my targets every time I cast vicious mockery. You know what I mean?
I get what you mean. Just, I am no longer welcome at the temple, so I'll just accept his.
Okay.
Cost, and
You'll take that's fair.
I take the 20 and promptly. I pay him the 20, and I immediately leave.
Okay, you're out of there. You're just abandoning Farcon, who's still sparring in the arena with these lads.
They don't want me there. I am no longer welcome at the temple.
I mean, you're not wrong, sir. All right.
I wander the streets of Neverwinter then.
And Beto sets off to wander the streets of Neverwinter. You sold, make sure you clean up your inventory. You sold a dagger, a quarterstaff, and a short sword, and you gained a warhammer. But you did spend 15 gold. Just to make sure your inventory is all straight there. And with that, we're going to go ahead and call our session, as we have to have a hard stop in about 10 to 12 minutes. Anyway.
Appreciate it.
Let's see.
said-
What's up? Go ahead.
It takes 10 days to learn something if you're training for it, and that includes languages, right? But you need to have someone teach you it.
There's a couple variables involved in that. I don't have the exact rule in front of me.
Word.
Ellendir, Vesta, or Hope might know off the top of their heads, but I'd have to look it up to get you the exact
It's
info on
300
learning.
days, 10 gold a week.
You said 10 gold a week and what?
And some really long length of time. I believe it was maybe 280 days or something like that. It's under downtime, activities, training. Let's see here. It is 250 days and 1 gold piece per day.
To learn a language.
Unless you have
Learning a new
vowels.
language or training with a set of tools. The first thing you must do is find an
Gotcha.
instructor to teach you. The GM determines how long the takes, but the player handbook is 250 days and 1 gold piece per day.
All right, everybody, please award yourselves 300 XP for tonight's
You're not my
session.
dad.
The whole party. Fine, Ellendir only gets 200. The rest of the party gets, and the whole party gets a 300 XP roleplay bonus for tonight.
Wait, so is this one 300 XP?
Each player gets 300 XP.
Okay.
Yes.
The way you said it, I wasn't sure if we were getting 300 and 300 for roleplay, but
No. That would
I see,
be
yeah.
a little
I-
crazy, I feel like.
That's why I was leaning towards it being just 1-300.
Especially since I now have to work out the details with you guys burning down, the nicest bathhouse in
Oh
never.
my god,
But,
dude.
um,
I
Do they
was
know
wanting
what
to get a
was
private membership so bad. I was gonna save up for
Bro,
it. I was already playing
Bro,
it.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
look like she was an upright business proprietor, okay? And like a lot of that RP is now gone. But because of what happened, she was going to give you all exclusive memberships. That's what I had in my document for tonight. Was everybody was getting the
No.
exclusive 1-year membership for free because
You're
of that
so full of
motherfucker
shit.
poisoning you.
You're so full
I
of
figured,
shit.
I am not full of shit. I swear to God, that was the plan. I swear to God, that was the plan.
you know what? It's fine though because, as I said before, Hope is very scared to take her friends now to a fancy place because last time they got it burnt down. So no, not again. She's not dealing with that.
No. It wasn't your friends that burnt you down. It was just Nimnill. You can still take your friends. Just don't take Nimnill next time.
You should have shared that room with him. You'd had more control
Yeah,
over him.
you should have.
No, I think that she would have probably killed him if that happened.
Yep.
Seeley, I would just like to say that in Nimnill's mind, he's doing good by preventing y'all from getting. So,
No,
don't
You
meddle.
can't say that
you.
because he
No,
has high
back in your
intelligence.
Yeah, he is not dumb. Nimnill is not
Nimnill
dumb.
has a higher intelligence as a character than you have as a player playing Nimnill.
But that's exactly why he didn't drink the tea and why he knew everything was a trap from the get-go.
No.
That has nothing to do with intelligence and
That has
everything to do with
He's
nothing
a
like.
to do with
schizo,
intelligence.
and he doesn't take his
Paranoia.
meds. That's why.
Also,
You call it paranoia,
with
I call it super intelligence.
also,
It's
with
just
you
you're not
doing all
smart
the
enough
shit
to
that
know.
you've been doing, though, Nimnill,
Like,
I
for
will
example,
warn you that Hope feels that you do not belong in the party.
Oh yeah, God is also. I mean, he told you that.
So I would just
Yes, he
let
did.
you know. I'll let you know, like, but we'll try to see if they can try to get somebody else in the party. You are a danger to the party.
Things are not looking great for Nimnill.
Okay, I see a spin-off here where Nimnill becomes your arch nemesis. I get it. I get what's going on.
That's
Yeah, but-
fine. I am down for battling him. Bring it on, motherfucker. Bring it on.
You just get random campfires cast on you from nowhere. You're like, what the fuck?
You just have
So
to
how
learn how to
was
control better.
tonight's session for everybody? Being that it was such a change of pace from the pure combat we've had before.
Actually, it was better. I
It was
enjoyed
fun.
It was
It
good.
was good.
Good.
Yep.
It was
Yeah,
just very
actually-
different, and I've
Yeah.
gotten used to the other way. The other way's a lot easier on me because I'm just
Yeah.
managing a combat instance. Obviously,
I
the
want more
chaos
of
that
these
Nimnill
fucking
causes
vaccines.
in a combat instance is multiplied tenfold outside of one.
I
like
definitely
these
feel
a
like
lot
certain
better.
players we tend to lose more, like Farcon and Vesta here. Like you guys only really speak up if we ask you specifically what your characters are doing. I feel like
for me, that's a problem of both cultural and like mental issues.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, I have a very hard time speaking over people.
Same.
No worries.
I will
Just a
take
thought,
that into account in the future.
Justin.
What's up?
Just a thought. Something that I was thinking about implementing in my game
Yes, sir.
is keeping Clash open at all times,
Yeah.
and just kind of cycling through the party when even we're outside of combat, just so I can go almost like in order to make sure that everyone gets every couple moments a fair chance to speak up, just like a self reminder, because you have certain people personalities that dominate a conversation.
Agreed.
Nimnill, for
There's-
example, want
there's-
to open his big fucking mouth and
Well, it's
doesn't let
also
everybody
like
else
I
talk.
don't want to roadblock. I don't want to roadblock Nimnill constantly, but in the end, when like y'all rolled up on that gnome, this motherfucker just burnt a whole building down. I'm not gonna let him jump straight into the next thing and have his way with that
Fucked it
too
up.
before anyone else has the opportunity to influence events, right? So I
agree it should be
like
turn-based.
I don't think he's necessarily calling for. I think he's calling more for me as the DM using it as a tool to make sure I'm kind of cycling through the party and making sure that everyone has a chance to speak and state their action. Just yeah. So I like that idea. We'll see what we can do with it. I tried to be good about rotating between everybody. What's up?
You did fine.
What's up, Veto?
I forgot to hit the mute button. I was going to talk to chat because I don't like what they just said. I don't appreciate
What they
that.
just say?
That
What?
the DM will get Venmo
Veto
$5
sucks.
if I
I
get
hope
killed
he
off.
dies.
Oh,
But
you
he
know
said,
what?
Who is
keep his
D-Face?
spirit around.
Who is D-Face?
Keep his
Do I know
spirit around.
D-Face?
You do not know D-Face.
Oh, he's
he
one
and
of
I
your
grew up-
homies?
He and I grew up together.
Fair enough. I'll do it.
Wait.
$5 it is. No problem.
Avo, did you know me under my other username, Christ44?
I knew that name, but no, you were under creative build when we met.
Wait, so then how did you know about the other username?
Because it was like one of your names on something that you had.
Word.
Okay.
Oh, I just noticed that because
Interjection.
DPhase is also DPhase44.
So, DM, if we're going to do not turn-based, can we do proximity-based? Say, for
I am very
example,
confused by your question.
So say, for example, there's a halfling running around doing something in the room. Whoever is closest to the halfling has first move. Does that make sense?
Sorry, I'm chewing.
Yes.
While
Chip.
he's chewing, I think if you create a rule like that, that's going to be concrete. If Justin wants to deviate from that, I think there's going to be some people that are going to get upset. So as long as DM discretion always prevails.
And to now that I've finished chewing, to touch on what Ellendir is saying, I think for the most part, these kinds of things are situational. And I have to judge what's going to work best for progressing the story and everybody having fun in any given moment. So sometimes maybe it's proximity, sometimes maybe it's turn. But I think Ellendir's suggestion of using the clash and just rotating through the order is just a suggestion as a tool for me to help ensure that everybody is getting heard.
Yes.
Maybe I don't understand what clash is. Is that like
The
an
clash
initiative
is the
roll?
battle screen in the map system we use on Owlbear Rodeo. The battle screen that I can hit next and it rotates here. Are y'all? Is anyone still on the map?
Yes.
Okay, there you go. You now see the entire party in clash, and I have a next button in the combat round that rotates and puts a light bulb over people. And he was
Okay.
basically suggesting that I leave Clash open with the party in it, even when there's not combat happening, so that I can just kind of use it as a tool to help me be sure that I'm getting through the party and making sure everybody's heard and has an opportunity to speak and kind of influence events. And but again, that's not, as he said, that's not a concrete rule. Don't get your heads on that being the absolute truth all the time, because I have to adapt situationally to what's happening. And like Nimnill just said, sometimes it is proximity based. There's a guy right next to him in the room, and if he turns and talks to that guy or grabs that guy, obviously he can do that faster than somebody who's 20 feet away across the room, right? So I have to be able to adapt situationally to what's happening. But so this, what Ellendir suggested is just an informal tool to help me get everybody's input as we play, so everybody's getting a fair shake. And I agree.
You do not have the light bulb of speech. Shut up.
But it sounds like everybody had... What's that?
I thought I heard someone mumbling something.
I thought I heard something, but I wasn't sure.
Vesta.
I think it's feedback.
Oh,
on
it's
Doc.
Farcon. Yeah.
I have
no problem cutting back on my speaking during.
Well, I'm not trying to cut you back. I'm just trying to manage you in a way that doesn't
You get
limit your ability
micromanaged,
to get
son.
some of what you want, but lets the group also, have their share too. What was that, Veto?
You get micromanaged.
I'm fine with it.
Also,
But so-
did Nimnill
yeah, what's
even
up?
know that there were people downstairs at all? Was he there
No.
when Alandir was telling me about it? I feel like he just like came up afterwards and was like he saw us all like gathered around the stairs. He was going to go check, and then I'm like, no, wait here.
I think he might have heard the commotion of them down there before he lit the bathhouse on fire.
I did say something about
Yeah.
a loud commotion happening.
But
down
he
there.
didn't know who was downstairs or like why there was a part. Like Ellendir knew, I knew because he told me. Nimnill just knows there's people downstairs. We're acting like we can't go downstairs.
Well, he saw him coming. He saw him come inside because he was looking out the window, and he saw them coming to the inn. So he knew they were downstairs. He just didn't know who they were because
Veto and Ellendir also know that he cast a
Was that
fireball,
Nimnill that
and
saw
as
that?
the magic left his hand, he suffered. It hurt him.
Was that Nimnill that saw that through the window? The party coming out?
No, that was Ellendir.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Well, let's be a little, Nimnill was staring out the window at the same time that Homie was making.
You were staring
perception
at the
check.
curtain.
So he knew.
Yeah, you were playing with the curtains. You were rolling terribly, and you were infatuated with some curtains and a halfling's bulge, my friend. That is what was going down.
Okay. Granted,
about
there
to
was a lot of
have-
commotion.
Yes.
Have a good
Well,
night, brother.
first,
Thank
let me
you.
talk about later.
I think with his intelligence being so high, he was able to piece together at least
That the
somewhat
curtains were
what was
very
going
nice,
on.
and it's very disappointing that those curtains got burnt.
It was a very nice establishment. How many times did I say I feel like that was my quote of the night? This is a very nice establishment.
It was. It was a very nice establishment.
It was past tense, yes.
Did the proprietor, the person who was hosting us, that let us in,
Protagonist?
that is not the word, the proprietor,
Yes.
Yes. Was she living there? Was that also like her house?
No, she walked up in the early morning hours, approaching
true.
her business to find you all there. So I would say,
I'm glad
logically,
she's
you
not homeless.
would think that she does not live there and is not homeless. Yes.
It's definitely a ritzy place for people to be, but it's not a home for anybody because of how ritzy it is.
The one bathhouse that exists in Neverwinter got burned down, so you can no longer ever take baths. Nimnill,
There are theoretically
explain
other
this to me.
bathhouses, but that
You
was
know what?
definitely the nicest. Yeah.
You know what? Nimnill did not want to take a bath so bad. He's going to burn down every bathhouse.
He's becoming a serial arsonist now, going around the city, burning up anywhere that offers a bath.
Yeah.
Hey, can I get a?
This is how his villain arc begins.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
So we can't say that Gad like absolutely knows for sure that Nimnill was the one that burned it down, but we can say that he's like pretty sure it was Nimnill that cast bonfire and burned down, considering like what he's done before, right?
Yeah.
Like 2 and 2
Say it.
equals
You
4
could-
kind of
You
thing.
could summarize that. The only two people that know for certain about bonfire is Veto and perhaps Garcon. But Garcon was, starting to get drowsy until I fixed him.
was out of it near the end until I got my butt slapped.
Well, who was the one that tried to cover? It was Veto that
Veto.
tried to cover Nimnill's mouth, shoving him through the door. So Veto definitely knows that Nimnill started that fight. Now, how Veto thinks that Nimnill yells out an incantation and starts a fire, I have no idea.
Because you have to speak into existence the science.
I think Veto's intelligent enough
That
to
does not-
know
And
the
Veto is
character of
science.
his parties.
Veto is the least intelligent of the group.
This makes
Oh.
sense.
At some point, there's going
Well-
to have to be more RP where y'all go at him with this, but obviously it didn't get squeezed in tonight, and that's okay.
It'll happen in its own time.
I'm glad the magic loot got distributed, though. That was a good call, and to talk some of that out. I enjoyed a lot of the way the session progressed in that regard.
Did it
I also
get-
had to
did
make sure that we
get
did it while
distributed?
Nimnill was not around.
It did get distributed. Nimnill just wasn't there. And that was Nimnill's choice.
It was 100% a player choice to do that.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
what the,
Well,
that was
that's
the cutscene.
And that's fine.
Yeah, he was enjoying cutscenes more than anything else.
He really
Cutscenes and
was.
fire.
He
That's
really
really
loved
enjoyed it.
putting his shit-filled poo hair in the water. That was a highlight of his
He
speech. Like,
he went to sleep with his hair caked in crap.
that's true. He
Taking
did do
forever to
that.
clean up.
He washed his clothes,
Because he
had
washed
a
his
nap,
clothes, then fell asleep,
then woke
bathed.
up
Yeah.
and got a second bath. He paid $5 gold for a basic bath. And then went into the basic bath he paid double price for his basic
He did
bath.
what his party wanted, though. He got clean like everybody else.
Forrest, would you say that character, Ririk, whatever his name was,
Rurik.
was acting mouse-ish, skittish?
He was absolutely a rat.
Give me some insight check on that, huh?
We'll look 14.
No, I mentioned that earlier when I was like, I said it to stream, but yeah, I was like, he's a fucking rat. He's one of the rat boys. And I think I
They're
mentioned
sniffing
this.
us down and hunting us down.
Yeah, I think I mentioned it when I woke up and got my clothes back on. I'm like, wait, this is one of the rat boys, the fucking rat crew, rat gang. Thanks for stopping by. We're just kind of wrapping up the last of the.
Are you
last
saying
of
you
the
noticed
episode.
that as a player character, or you noticed that as like a in-game character?
As a player of Veto.
Yeah, I was suspicious of this character being like, "Oh, I brewed this tea myself," and the
I
way he
had
was
to,
getting
like-
described, I'm like, I can't drink this tea. Like, I
Had
need
I
a way
not-
for Gad to not drink this.
So it's tough, right? Because I don't want like the meta to influence you, but at the same time,
Yeah.
I wanted to try and like hint and build a little bit of suspense. And because, like I said, all the other sessions have been pure combat encounter, right? And this one was very different. And so I really wanted to try and play some of that up to.
I really wanted them to come into the room while Gad was like fake passed out. I was really
Right.
hoping that was going to play off, man.
I was also
was
trying
hoping so,
hard
too.
not to have a combat encounter. You know what
Yeah.
I was hoping that y'all would stop Rurik from even leaving the room when he started trying to lock y'all in, and that
I
somebody
was
would
thinking
grapple him and
about
start
that.
interrogating them, and that would be the end of the combat encounter for the session. And you know what I mean? And
But
obviously
yeah, but
things.
then no one, because I rolled the perception check, no
Yeah.
one noticed the locking doors, so no one had a reason to even grab
Things
him.
took a very different turn, yes.
Yeah,
but
I wanted to
I-
try and grab it, but then I was like, I'm poisoned. I'm trying not to.
and that's
trying
fair.
not to fall asleep. And
That's
I was
fair.
like,
That was a good. I probably
My,
would have, had I been thinking right in that moment, had you done that, I would have needed to make the DC on your grab very high because you're trying
Yeah.
to fight off the effects of poison. Yeah. So
so
But
that's
93 I
that's
got
why.
on the
Point out
snore.
the night
Nimnill
that
tried.
snore definitely was it
Honest-
shook the plates on your table.
If it was any higher, if it was above a 95, I would have said that should have woken up the other people who had fallen asleep.
That would have woken everyone in 5 miles.
Yeah, that would.
The glass shatters from the window.
My sorceress snoring is a new ability that I've gained.
Fucking rolls.
You can fall asleep. You're unable to move for 3 turns, but over the next 3 turns, you have a snore roll, which is a 1d8 hearing damage to everyone in a 30 feet range of you.
Yeah, it's just like
I'm
thunderclap.
outing.
Later, bro.
Exactly.
Later, guys.
Later.
See you soon.
Later, man.
Yes.
I would just like to point out that if Nimnill's roast had been better tonight, would have played out very different. There would have been no bonfires.
One of the things I really enjoy that you do, Nimnill, is you move your character icon around all the time and spin it around like you're sitting there, but you really are searching. You just put your icon there and you just spin it around. Spin it around, spin it
He also,
around.
I don't know if you look at the game table or anything, but he rolls checks continuously.
All
The whole game.
Yes. Oh, no, the game
Intimidation,
table-
perception.
Just starts rolling
Insight.
shit.
the game table's
Even
always
in
up
the
on screen.
when you were at the temple, I deleted it because it's the goddamn IC party chat, but he went and typed persuasion there. When he was at the bathhouse in his IC chat, he's like, cast thaumaturgy, tremors. You cause harmless tremors on the ground for 1 minute. Waving his hand behind him so no one could see it. And he starts tagging me in it. And I'm just like, what do you, and so I'm like, so I tell you all, because I look at his character sheet and it's verbal, right? So you can wave your hand behind your back. Sure, it doesn't do anything. You're still sitting there mumbling the incantation for this spell. So you made the ground shake. What do you?
What does that even do?
But all I'm saying is this
Is it
motherfucker is
thaumaturgy a
just
spell slot?
no. He is it as a cantrip. I went and checked because if it was a
Okay.
spell slot, he was burning there when y'all might be get attacked, and he just wants to make the ground shake. I definitely would have been talking shit. Because oh my goodness, man, strategy.
I'm just, trying to. I am trying my best not to metagame. I realize that I've been playing my character with too high of an intellect, so I need to start being dumber.
I think you're
I'm
doing good.
realizing I'm not
You're
playing.
playing a very tough game at the end of the day.
It's honestly really good when you freeball it, because then you start stumbling, like as an actual player trying to explain stuff, and that's how I imagine Veto would be explaining it off the cuff to people. Like he probably in his notes has it written down and explained, but if he had, like, if someone just asks
on
him
the spot,
and he doesn't have his notes, he's like, you see
The
I have to consult my
I
notes.
have stuff pulled up that I've done to explain the magic that I do use, because I tweak it, read it, change it, rewrite it, and like, okay, this fits the whole thing. But yeah, using ChatGPT, it's been nice because it pulls extra context, because I loaded it with history and other information.
I think if you do that, if you read like ChatGPT descriptions, you should have it as your character reading from your journal of stuff you've already written down. So then while you're reading it in character, it's like you're reading it from it. So then if you're having a conversation with someone and you just pull out a book and start reading it, like that guy, he would be like, we're having a fucking conversation. Like, why are you reading out of a book?
Okay. Yeah, but it just more or less is just like kind of like, okay, I pulled this up because it gives extra flavor based on the notes and other stuff from Neverwinter.
Yeah.
I don't, as a player, I don't know much about Neverwinter. I know that Neverwinter Nights is a thing. I know that Neverwinter is based in Dungeons and Dragons. I know it's south of Icewind Dale.
What do you mean based on Dungeons?
Yeah.
Sir, it is Dungeons.
Yes.
We're in Dungeons and Dragons. What do you mean it's based on Dungeons and
It's
Dragons?
based on it. It's based on it.
Okay. Yep.
But like some of the stuff there, like for example, in Character Party RP, I enjoy making, like, during the entire time I'm asleep, I had it set up on here for him. He had a dream, and just at the very end of the dream, it says, "Suddenly, Veto heard Billy's voice whisper, 'Wake up, Chief Hypothesizer. The truth awaits.'"
Oh, that's true. I need to retcon my dream because I was planning on having one and I wanted to describe.
When did you dream? While you were sleeping in the room?
Ma'am.
Yep.
Okay.
Sir,
Okay.
ma'am. Sir, ma'am. Ma'am.
Yeah, Gad actually fell asleep in the room instead of just meditating then too. Because he had been meditating for the past couple days and actually needed sleep.
I also think as long as you're able to accept that situationally, like Veto, whether he's reading from his journal or, fumbling through his words, the situation's going to affect like the effectiveness of a DC or how likely passively people are to believe him. Obviously, like I said, some bum in an alley is different than a retired captain of the Lord's Alliance at the Temple of Tyr,
Yeah. Getting thrown into it is like, don't talk to him, he doesn't believe in magic. It's like, I am very
Farkhan
selective.
didn't say don't talk to him. I think your friend was just trying to have a laugh with you, and it didn't go quite as he had hoped.
Veto doesn't necessarily doesn't just walk up and stick my finger in people and say, you're mad, magic is not real.
Right.
And talking to someone doing it. It's like, I am not, my character is not in a sense of going up and just being
you're not a full-on zealot, even though you're kind of a nut job.
So it's just one of the things of it. Just like, I don't. You have to work. You have to work up to being. You have to work up the entire thing. Like I'm trying to create Scientology. So you don't just straight out go up there and become and just start throwing
You know what's wild about Scientology? I fucking when I was down.
Why did you have to mute it?
Debate about what? It's not real.
Do you know a Scientologist that's going to get mad at you? I'm confused.
Yes.
Are you the Scientologist?
Yes.
We got a Tom Cruise on our hands, Boris.
Yes.
He's not really a Scientologist. I've known him for a long time.
Yes.
You know Tom Cruise.
Earth is flat, okay?
I believe it.
All around the globe, people believe the Earth is flat.
Yeah, all around the globe, people believe the Earth is flat.
Yes.
Exactly.
That is the same type of argument that Veto is going to use it. But I'm just saying that her other thing, that when I have asked to say, okay, I've tried and roll persuasion, Borst will just say, instead of having me roll, he says, okay, just explain it to me. Because
Look, it's from a roleplay standpoint, if you give me some good haggling, as opposed to saying, how about 4 gold less? But you come at me with like, that Warhammer looks a little tarnished, it's a little rusty, the grip looks a little worn. Don't you think you could bring the price down by 4 gold? Like, if you give me that RP over saying, how about 4 gold less, I'm gonna lower the DC on your persuasion check. I'm still gonna make you roll, but I'm going to, just like we give XP bonuses for roleplay, I'm going to lower your DC check for the roleplay. And so that's what I hope if that wasn't clear enough before, it is clear now.
Yeah, it wasn't replacing it or like forcing you to do the RP. Like if you didn't want to do it and you just wanted to half-ass and be like, how about 18? And then Boris is like, is that really what you want to say? And if you still said yes, you would still roll a persuasion check. It just might be a DC of 20. And
I'm trying to create the opportunity for some fun and some roleplay and some like getting into the zone on the characters that also advantages everyone.
I was trying to get it. Everything was trying to wind down. I was trying to just blast through that.
I get it. Yeah. But just for future reference, like I'm not trying to replace the check. I'm trying to like create an opportunity for fun to like get into character a little bit and potentially lower the check and still have you roll. And honestly, that's all Elendier's fault, because in his game, when I'm playing my bard, the first time I cast Vicious Mockery,
He's like, how do you mock him?
He was like, yeah, what are you saying to that goblin? And so then I just went with it, and I'm like, you know, you look like your mother was the boiled pussing sore on the back of a bugbear's ass, you know, and I fucking nailed the roll. And granted, he didn't change my DC to hit, but now that's the thing. Anytime now, I don't even say that I'm casting Vicious Mockery in that game. I just point at an enemy and I shout out some crazy insult into my microphone. And everybody loves it. It's a lot of fun, you know. And that character is a gnome bard who is, even when he engages in physical attacks, he even calls out his attacks now. He's like, rapier stab. Like, he's a lot of fun to play. But so I just thought that trying to encourage some roleplay in that way could only benefit the game, and that when it's stuff like a persuasion check, if I lower the difficulty of the check because you come at me with some awesome hackle roleplay, hell yeah.
I need to figure out how to fix my Twitch chat. They're saying
Why'd you
Nimnill
break
did
Twitch
nothing
chat?
wrong.
Nimnill did nothing wrong.
Huh?
No, he definitely did stuff wrong. He burnt down a bathhouse. I don't even know what's gonna come of that, bro. He burnt down a bathhouse, bro.
I mean, no
the
one
whole
knows
reason-
that he burnt it down except for people in our party.
He wanted to burn it down too, because he literally said within a minute of casting it, "Is the fire spreaded?"
So the thing of it is that
question.
we were suggested to go there by the people at the who are, you know, by our employer, the people that we're staying at the Beach of Leviathan. We are met by what Essential meets us or someone else. They meet us, give us 50 gold each, give us a raise, say that we're doing a great job. Hours later, burned down.
Yeah.
This
I
is
mean, no one
huge,
might,
though,
they
man.
might not
bits.
know for sure that it was you, but like,
You can't
yeah.
give me bits.
I am highly suspicious of the Leviathan crew, to be honest. Because, like, we tell them... I mean, it does make sense for her to want us to go to the bathhouse, but we go to the bathhouse. The suspicious character is only working for that day. She's like, oh yeah, he doesn't normally work for us, but because he came
No.
this
It
early-
wasn't that he doesn't normally work there. It's that he's not normally the main concierge that would like
I see.
help people in a luxury room. But you guys were there so early that she
Right,
just
right.
gave him the duty, essentially.
So I would like to go back to my theory that Willow is the head of the Dead Rats.
Yeah, Willow's a Fed for sure, 100%.
So a Fed would be the exact opposite of being the head of a crime syndicate. I'm just gonna put that out there.
No, it's
Whatever,
not,
the point
Boris.
is she's a
Come on.
plant.
I mean, I understand the point you're making, but you know, you also understand the point I'm making, right?
Yeah.
Yes, but no.
Alrighty, guys, I'm going to cut the stream here. We are getting way too much support for Nimnill, so we need to figure this out. Anyways, I will catch you guys next week. Is not going to be a stream day, so it's going to be the following week when we pick this up. Thanks for watching.